Welcome once again to beautiful Regency Furniture Stadium, home of your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Today is game 1 of 4 in a series for your Blue Crabs against the York Revolution. It's Boy Scout Night presented by Maryland 529 and another Red Friday presented by Fairway Independent Mortgage. Sit back, relax, and enjoy an exciting evening of Blue Crabs baseball presented to you by Infinity Restoration. And please welcome to the field the Boy Scout troops of Southern Maryland. Troop 787. Troop 1203. Pack 793, welcome. Pack 1786, welcome to Regency Furniture Stadium. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting York Revolution. In right field, number 2, Jared Mitchell. Batting second, the second baseman, number 4, Alexi Castilla. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 15, Wellington Dotel. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 21, Michael Burgess. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 14, Zach Wilson. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 1, Travis Witherspoon. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 11, Jose Cruz. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 20, Luis Cruz. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 7, Tyson Gillis. On the mound, the pitcher, number 37, Pat McCoy.
right field. Mitchell
number 12, Kevin Rodriguez. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 27, Corey Ball.
All right, check.
Batting eighth, the catcher, number 23, Austin Green. Batting ninth,
Check.
the second baseman, number 15, Anthony Nina.
All right, check 1-2. Go ahead, Mike.
Mic check right here. I don't have the thing on. I got to put this thing back on. All right, right here, Mike in front of the booth tonight. Michael Mark Cantonini here at Regency Furniture Stadium. Mic check. Looking at the playground out there. Nice playground. Some fans here. Are we good?
Yeah, we're
okay.
good.
We've been good for a while.
Yeah. I was just letting you run with it.
Please welcome to the field our ambassador of fun and the tie-dye guy himself, Ron Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello to our blue crew for tonight's game, Amaya and Alexis.
About a minute and a half.
And now, welcome the star of our show, the master of fun, the eater of puddle cakes, and our favorite blue furball, Vince. Let's welcome our high-five crew for tonight, Boy Scouts of Southern Maryland. Make some noise.
The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood SureSave Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dead's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from Regency Furniture Stadium here in Waldorf, Maryland. Welcome to game number 42 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, the road trip continues. First of a 4-game series that will cover 3 days here this weekend as the Revs pay a visit to their Freedom Division rivals, one of them, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball here on a sunny and warm evening to start the weekend here in Southern Maryland. And the Revs coming off a split at Somerset to begin this road trip, winning 2 of the last 3 to take 2 out of the 4 at Somerset here the past 3 days, and a big win in last night's game, 7-3 the final. And Michael, a lot of the talk had been about the offense struggling, but the latter half of that game last night, 6 unanswered runs, 5 in the final 2 innings on 2 clutch swings of the bat from Melky Mesa and Travis Witherspoon. That was a big-time win last night.
Absolutely, to do it against a team like the Somerset Patriots in first place in the Liberty Division, go in there and take 2 out of 4, earn a series split. You would have liked to get a series win, take 3 out of 4, but taking 2 out of 4 is pretty solid to go in there. A tough place to play. It's a pitcher-friendly park, but the Revs put up some runs, and to see that 7 spot last night in a pitcher's friendly park, especially when they were down late in the game and then ended up pulling out the win, is huge. The term clutch that you just mentioned, it's great to see guys coming up with big hits, specifically home runs in big situations, and for Melky Mesa to be able to do that with the Patriots on the ropes, a tough situation late in the game there, to put one over the wall and then Spoon add some insurance. Hopefully that can continue here in Southern Maryland.
And Mitch Atkins seems to have found his stride as he picked up his 2nd straight win. Season high 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, did it against his former team. And he got better and better as the game went on last night, Michael. He had some rough trouble in the first inning, but really came out of that and didn't allow a whole lot else the rest of the way.
Sure, and that's something to keep an eye on with starting pitchers, is do they get better as the game goes on? Not necessarily in terms of velocity, but can they get hitters out second and third time through the lineup? Can they continue to manipulate their pitches, mix pitches, and find ways to get outs late in the game when their stamina might be going down a little bit? But for Mitch, a veteran, he's really come on strong these last few starts, like you mentioned, and I think for him it was just kind of getting situated in a new situation with York coming over in that trade and getting used to, getting back on that everyday routine. I think for a guy like Mitch, with, all those off days that we had in May, that wasn't as good for a guy who's a veteran used to working on that set routine with baseball every day. And he's a guy, now that routine is back, is really flourishing. And the strikeout to walk numbers are huge.
Well, big news today, Michael. The Revs announcing the signing of a guy who has a chance to be a real impact guy, and he'll bat 9th tonight as they get him acclimated with his new team. But Tyson Gillies, former Mariners and Phillies prospect, he was involved in a trade from Seattle to Philadelphia, a 3-way trade basically, or at least 2 separate deals that kind of added up to a 3-team trade back after the 09 season that involved Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee. He was a prospect that went to Philadelphia in that deal. Toolsy guy, he can run like a cheetah, Mays says, is the Major League scouting report on him, and he's got some pop as well. Excited to see what he could do in this lineup for York.
Yep, absolutely. A guy that we all know was a top prospect a few years back in 2 systems with Seattle and Philadelphia. So a couple different Major League organizations wanted him in their organization. So that says a little bit about him right there, that he's a guy that was highly regarded early on in his career. And I think the keys with bringing him in is, one, you get another player. The Revs were at 24 on the active roster when, you're supposed to be carrying 25, or at least you're allowed to carry 25. And you also get a guy with speed. That's something that the Revs can really use to their advantage. They're a team that has pretty solid speed. You look at Mitchell and Cassie at the top of the order, Travis Witherspoon normally towards the bottom. So they have some guys that can run, and hopefully Gillies can be an asset in the outfield and also on the base paths.
Well, tonight it'll be Pat McCoy making the start, 0-1, but a 2.70 ERA early on in his Revs career. Righty Daryl Thompson, who's now climbing Atlantic League career charts. He's been with Southern Maryland for years and off to another great start this season. He's 2-2 with an ERA of 2.25. Revs went back above 500 with the win last night, 21-20. They are within 6.5, with Lancaster getting swept at home by New Britain. Southern Maryland 16-26 coming in, and the Revs have won each of the first 4 meetings head-to-head here this season. Coming up next, we'll have a couple of the highlights from an exciting win on the road last night. If you weren't with us, then we'll hear from Mays. He'll break down the Tyson Gillies signing and all of the key factors from last night's win coming up. First pitch is set for 6:35 here tonight in Waldorf on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Dale E. Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE law.com.
Hey guys, is it time to get your hair in the game? Time to claim your spot! Then it's time to check in online at sportclips.com/check-in for a fresh cut, legendary hot steam towel and massaging shampoo. Time to claim your spot! So do your hair a favor by checking in online and arrive just in time for your Sport Clips MVP haircut experience while you surround yourself with sports on TV. Get in line online at sportclips.com/check-in. Time to claim your spot!
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
When your kids are bored, your garage is overflowing, and your patio furniture is on its last legs, you need Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all year long. Shop our impressive selection of in-stock structures or work with our professionals to customize a made-to-order structure that meets all your needs. Visit Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail. That's Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Anytime at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Revs are here at Southern Maryland tonight. Big win to get a split at Somerset last night. And if you weren't with us a night ago, a couple of the big highlights from that one. We start on the mound. Mitch Atkins, a big start for him, maybe a signature win as he got that second straight victory last night. And a big turning point in the third inning, down 2-0. Bases loaded, no outs, no problem. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive, right field. Mitchell backs up on it. He's going to have room, backing onto the front of the warning track. Makes the catch, and the inning's over. And Mitch Atkins had bases loaded, no outs, and works all the way out of it. And then as we fast forward, the Revs would get on the board in the fourth inning. Wellington Dotel, an RBI double. Patriots got one back to go up 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth. So then on to the sixth, a little two-out rally that ended the night of starter David Kubiak. In came Chase Hutchinson to face his former Revs teammate, Michael Burgess, who had one of the key at-bats in the game. Now the 2-1. And a swing, a line drive, left center field. It's down for a hit. It's cut off by Trapp, but Dotel around to score. Throw gets away. Castellanos slides to cut it off. Mesa makes it to third. And Michael Burgess wins the left-left matchup 3-2 here in the sixth inning. And meanwhile, Mitch Atkins getting better and better, in fact, dominant as the game went. Here's the wind, the pitch. Strike three called. Atkins freezes Trapp with a cutter, and that's 4 strikeouts in a row for Mitch. Season high, 8 strikeouts on the night. He's gotten better as the game's gone on. He would keep the Revs within a run as he finished 7 innings, and in the 8th, Malky Mesa put him in front in dramatic fashion. Here's the stretch, and the 1-0, and a swing and a drive, deep left center. Bourbon is back, it's gone! Melky Mesa, a 3-run home run to deep left center. And the Revs on one swing of the bat take their first lead of the night. It is 5-3 York here in the top of the 8th. He got one up and hammered it, a line shot out of the park in left center. And Mesa, with his second home run of the year, has put the Revs in front. And in the 9th, Travis Witherspoon helping to put it away. Here's the stretch, the 0-1, and he swings, lines it hard, left center. This is deep. It is gone. Travis Witherspoon with a 2-run homer, a rocket that clears the wall in left center. Who needs a bunt? And the Revs lead it 7-3 here in the top of the 9th inning as he clobbers his second home run in as many nights. Oh, that is how the Revs would win it last night, 7-3. Grant Sides closing it out. The Witherspoon homer made it a non-save situation, but Revs will certainly take that and a 7-3 win. So 2 of the last 3 in the win column and looking to start off this series on the right foot with a trip to Waldorf that begins here tonight. We'll take a timeout pregame. We'll hear from Mace. The Broadway Transmission Manager's Report is next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Hi, Mace. Outstanding win to get out of Somerset last night in the finale, and 2 clutch home runs. A lot of fun to get a win like that. And those balls were crushed, were they not?
Yeah, those were no doubters, both of those. I mean, like I said, on the show yesterday, I thought the night before we had some better at-bats and we hit the ball well. There was a lot of wind the night before. I thought we might have had a few home runs that night too, but yesterday the wind wasn't as bad, and the guys were still squaring the ball up pretty well, and the results came through last night.
The way the game started, I mean, down early, and Kubiak struck out the first 4, and you might be wondering what kind of night is this going to be, but obviously it's a 9-inning game. Guys turned it around, and did they start to figure him out? I mean, a lot of junk early in the game. Did they start to get an idea there?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say if they did. I mean, I think at one time he struck out 6 out of our first 8 or something like that, and even our outs, the outs we had were kind of weak. I think it was a weak ground ball in there or whatever. I mean, he was they said it was hard to see, and we've heard that before at that time of the day in Somerset. So, I thought probably the turning point of the game was that we waited him out. We became more patient, and we got into the count better when we were hitting. And then the other things I thought that were good were Atkinson give up 2 right away, and then he had a bases loaded, I think, no out situation in the second inning, and we got out of that with nothing. Then we came in and got 1 and had a chance to get 2 because we left a guy at third base with less than 2 outs. But that got it to 2-1. And then, it seemed like Atkins, it just seemed like he got better. I mean, Fletch and I were talking in the dugout, and it's like, you know what, I'm just going to let him keep going. I mean, he looked like he was getting better and more comfortable. The fastball looked like it had more life on it. It was in and out, up and down. The breaking ball, he had good command of that too. And I mean, I think he left with 107, 108 pitches, something like that, and and he still was looking pretty good at that point. So, maybe that could be a signature start for him. The last couple had been better, but that one started out really ugly, and he righted the ship as fast as he could, and that should be a good confidence builder for him.
Well, today the road trip continues to Southern Maryland, and the big news is that you add Tyson Gillies to the roster here today. One-time big prospect, a lot of name recognition around the sport. What are some of the things you've heard on the way he plays the game and what you're looking for him to do here?
Really hard-nosed player. That's some of the things that I've heard, a lot like a Scotty Grimes that the fans would remember. And we've had a lot of other hard-nosed players too, but I just use Scotty because he's a center fielder like Tyson is, and a good guy that can hit lead off. He can run. The scouting report runs like a cheetah, according to Major League Baseball scouts that we've talked to. So, and a lot of power. He has power too. So, we're going to play him here all weekend. Tonight he'll play left field. We'll get him into center field eventually. Let him play out there and see what he can do in that position too. But today we'll bat him ninth just because it's Darryl Thompson with a gigantic breaking ball, and when you haven't seen live pitching in a while, that's really not something you want to see right away. So we'll bat him ninth, and I'm sure he'll hunt some fastballs, and I just want him to relax, and we're not expecting much. Bat ninth, relax, go have fun. We know he's going to play hard, and then we'll see what happens from there.
When you moved Silva, was this a move that you knew you were going to be able to replace him with?
It was, and I looked at Ruby's numbers, the other day. I think 4 games, maybe 5 for 16, a couple home runs already, So, he's maybe more comfortable in that league, or, maybe the pitching in that league, they approach him different than they do in this league. Whatever the case is, I'm sure he'll be happier being successful and and stuff like that. And you never know. We don't shut the door on ever bringing anybody back. But, right now with everything we had going on, I just thought that was a good move for him, and it would give us a chance to try to look at some other guys too.
Well, lastly, you've got Pat McCoy tonight. I know you and Fletch were really happy with what he did his last time out.
Yeah, 6 innings, 2 runs at our place, and this is a ballpark he's familiar with. He started here last year. He pitched here. So, he should have an idea on how to pitch in this ballpark, and the mound, which sometimes gives guys an issue if you haven't been here before. So, we'll expect Pat to go out and just, give us a great effort, and then we'll see what we can do at the back end.
All right, Mace. Thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Revs, it is Jared Mitchell in right field leading off. Alexi Casillas, second base, bats second. Hitting third and DHing is Wellington Dotel. Michael Burgess at first base, bats cleanup. Zach Wilson, the third baseman, will hit fifth. Travis Witherspoon moved up in the order to sixth. He'll be in center. Jose Cuevas gives Dent a night off playing at short. Cuevas will bat seventh. Luis Cruz will catch and hit eighth. Tyson Gillies in left field is batting ninth in his debut. And Pat McCoy on the mound for them. That lineup facing Blue Crabs righty Darryl Thompson. And Southern Maryland has just taken the field, so we're going to have the anthem here. We will take one final pregame break. We'll have the Blue Crabs lineup, reset the Revs lineup, and we'll have first pitch for game number 42 of the season. The Revs and the Blue Crabs, it is coming up next.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan, but step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here.
Play ball!
The new Sports Radio 1350.
Oh, nice job on our national anthem tonight. Young lady down in the field behind home plate as the Revs and Blue Crabs get set to open a 4-game, 3-day weekend here in Waldorf. Once again, the lineup's brought to you by Flying Feet as the Little Leaguers, or I guess actually some Boy Scouts that took the field with the Blue Crabs tonight, hustle off. Again for the Revs, Mitchell, Casilla, Dotel, Burgess, Wilson, Witherspoon, Cuevas, Cruz, and Gillies with McCoy on the mound. And facing Darrell Thompson tonight, here is the Southern Maryland lineup. They will have Ryan Strasburger in left field leading off. They had Johnny Bladell signed by the Red Sox about a week ago. Strasburger leads off in left. Edwin Garcia, the shortstop, bats second. Teodoro Martinez in right field will hit third. Former Long Island Duck and New Britain B and recent acquisition John Griffin will DH and hit cleanup. Frank Martinez at third base bats fifth. Devin Rodriguez at first base is batting sixth. Corey Vaughn will play center and hit seventh. Austin Green does the catching and bats eighth. And Angeles Nina at second base hits ninth. Again, Strasburger, Garcia, Martinez, Griffin, Martinez, Rodriguez, Vaughn, Green, and Nina for the Blue Crabs. And the Revs, Michael, tonight facing Darrell Thompson. Nice breakout game last night offensively, but the task does not get any easier tonight against one of the Blue Crabs' all-time greats.
All right, Darrell's a veteran, a guy who's reached the major league level, and I think it comes down to something as simple as this tonight. Swing at the fastballs that are close to the zone that you get. We know how devastating his breaking stuff is, especially the curveball. So I think for certain guys in the lineup, maybe work the count, see what they can do against him early to get his pitch count up, but also you got to try to swing at the hard stuff early in the count because he's going to come with the breaking stuff later in the count.
Well, we're set to go. Jared Mitchell makes his way to the plate. Revs are in their alternate road navy with the gold and white splashed on. The Blue Crabs are in alternate red with camouflage patterning on it and the baby blue hats. And our Dasher Investment Services first pitch right out of the shadows. It's across for a strike on Mitchell. And we are underway at 6:40 here tonight. Close enough. Here's the wind from Thompson and the 0-1. And a swing and a pop fly left field. Strasburger shading his eyes with the glove, moving in and toward the line by a few steps. He is there and squeezes the fly ball out for out number one.
That's some tough sun out there. Strasburger had to fight it all the way into the glove right there. I hope Tyson Gillies brought his sunglasses tonight. He'll be out there soon.
Yeah, right now, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. The shadows come right to about a couple of feet in front of the mound. Here's Alexi, first pitch. He watches low. So Thompson will deliver it out of sunlight, and right away it goes into shadows. Casilla hitting at 308. There's the 1-0. And he swings, lines it toward the gap in left center. Strasburger on the run, lays out and makes a great grab. Robs extra bases from Casilla. Ryan Strasburger on a full-out dive to his left. And it almost looked like he went to the ground and then reached one more extension and from the ground made the grab.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I mean, it almost looked like he dove before the ball was getting down to that area, but nonetheless a great grab in the gap. And because see, it looked like he just flicked that ball out there. He's got sneaky pop.
Here is Wellington Dotel, who made his Revs debut when the team was here a month ago. First pitch, he shows bunt, drops it down. Thompson off the mound toward third by a couple steps. He's got it and throws to first. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Blue Crabs righty. We are underway tonight at the end of a half inning. It's the Revs nothing, the Blue Crabs coming up.
Where will you find the kinds of deals on athletic footwear that are too hot to keep indoors?
Outside, under the tent.
Of course!
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes Annual Tent Sale is back. Friday and Saturday, June 15th and 16th. Father's Day weekend just wouldn't be complete without a money-saving stop under the tent for this once-a-year Flying Feet event. Greg Baum and his staff have combed through their enormous back room and tagged some of this year's best deals. We're talking once-a-year savings on discontinued styles of athletic shoes and apparel from top brand names. Save on all kinds of shoes for all kinds of activities. Plus, soccer players, check out the closeout deals on all Adidas and Nike soccer cleats. Tent sale items are self-service only, so allow plenty of time to shop and try on. Cash, check with ID, and credit cards accepted.
Flying Feet.
The annual tent sale at Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York. Friday the 15th from 10 till 9, Saturday the 16th from 9 till 4. All sales final.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Now Pat McCoy to the mound. He pitched for the Blue Crabs last year. It was a 1-2-3 first for Daryl Thompson and a quick one at that. And McCoy, who looks like a new man, he has lost some off the top and some from around the chin as well. The beard shaven. And I've yet to see him without the hat, but there is some hair missing. Here is Strasburger to lead off. McCoy from the stretch. And starts him with what looked like a backdoor cutter. It finds the corner for a strike. Strasburger hitting at 248. When Johnny Bladell, their leadoff man, was signed by the Red Sox, he left them hitting 341. Here's a fastball away. 1 ball, 1 strike. James Frisbee has had to rearrange a little bit, such is life in any minor league. 1-1, and that misses away. McCoy was excellent last time out. Tough luck, 2-0 loss Sunday against Long Island. Retired 11 in a row at one point, matching Zach Groats for the longest streak by any Revs pitcher this season. He fires and finds the outside corner again. Strike called. It's 2-2. Played up tonight is Silvio Martinez. Tim Detweiler at first. I don't think he's related to Ross, but further research will be needed. Jorge Teran at third. 2-2, and it misses way outside. He does go full on Strasburger starting off the night. Blue Crabs last night won in 11 innings at Long Island, so they probably got in as the sun was coming up. McCoy has the sign, the payoff pitch. Down and away, lost him to the walk. And Strasburger, leadoff base runner.
That's a pretty good pitch there on the outer half. You figure full count, the batter's going to be tempted to at least try to cover the plate there. And in case he goes down looking, he doesn't want to do that. But a good eye right there from Strasburger as a leadoff base runner.
As only McCoy's 4th walk in 4 outings. He's 0-1, 2.70 ERA, 3rd start. 13 and a third innings, 12 hits, just 3 walks coming in and 7 Ks. Here's Edwin Garcia. He takes a fastball strike. Garcia's been hot, hitting .366 the last 10, .303 overall. The stretch from McCoy. And the 0-1. It is outside a ball. His overall numbers Sunday against Long Island, 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 hits, walked 1, struck out 3. And he allowed a 2-run homer in the first that barely cleared the little foul pole and left, and then allowed basically nothing. He fires, and a swing and a drive the other way toward the corner and right. Mitchell on the move, out of our vantage point, cannot make the play, and it lands foul. And I'm not sure how close he might have come to that. Could you see, Michael?
No, I couldn't see either, and I have a little bit better angle than you do, but even I lost him out there in the corner. I thought he was under based on my guess of how the ball was coming down and his path to the ball, but I guess not.
By the way, when I say alongside Michael Mark Antonini tonight, that's a lie. You're out there.
I'm in front
here.
of you.
How is it out there?
It's pretty good. A nice night for a ball game. Can't complain.
Remember the spring training game when we did it from separate booths?
Yeah, and a lot of construction work going on that night.
Yep. Jackhammers have gone away. Here's a throw to first, and Strasburger back standing.
I was a fan of that dual booth single broadcast setup we had going, stretching the headset through one window out the other. But it's not too bad out here in front. I mean, some padded seats here, taking in the fresh air.
We'll trade soon. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a foul tip behind the plate. McCoy took a little off there. I have no idea what the count is. Their board is behind.
Yeah, it's off.
Since it says 0-0. I think he's ahead 1-2. Yes, he is. Silvio Martinez on cue. Here's the stretch from McCoy. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. He came in. Garcia gave up on it and jumped back. That might have been a 2-seamer that tailed back, and McCoy locks him up, 1 away.
That's a great pitch right there with 2 strikes. You try to go in on the hands of a righty, and that's a pitch where you're trying to get him to maybe pop one up or shoot one weakly out towards second or first base on the ground, but take the strikeout, and that's a pitch that freezes Garcia on the inner half. And good to see McCoy looking at both sides of the plate, making pitches to both sides through the first 2 batters of this game.
Here is Teodoro Martinez, who's now their leading hitter at .317. First pitch, he swings, shoots a ground foul over by the Revs dugout. And McCoy, who called this park home last year, he made 11 starts for Southern Maryland, so probably somewhere around half were here. It is very easy to try to stay toward the right field side of the plate all night, but he has shown the willingness to attack both. He fires, runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down from Cruz, bounces on Casilla late as Strasburger got a good jump, steals his second bag. So perhaps now in the leadoff spot, he is trying to make that a bigger part of his game. Second steal of the year, and at second with 1 out, it is an 0-2 count.
Cruz handled that pitch in the dirt pretty well for as close to him as that was on the short hop that he caught it on. Just not really enough time to make the transfer and get it down to second accurately.
And double play taken away. There's the stretch from McCoy, looks back, delivers, and misses down and in. Cruz got a piece of it, and he will scramble backward and keep an eye on Strasburger, who stays where he is. No score here in the bottom of the first tonight. Martinez, the .317 average, that is 9th in the league in hitting. In his last 5 games, he has been held to a 4 for 24 clip. their team the last 5, hitting .245. But they have pitched better than they did the first 3 weeks or so of the year. That put their first half record in a real hole. And the Revs are facing their ace tonight. McCoy the stretch. And the pitch. Swing, and it's tap foul right at the plate. Bounced up off Martinez on his follow through. He had a big hitting streak early in the year.
Well, last time the Revs met the Blue Crabs, Martinez was red hot, and he quickly moved up this Crabs lineup in the 3-hole, and he's continued to have success there. A guy that impressed me a lot the first couple times that we've seen the Blue Crabs this season.
That was a 10-gamer that he was on the last time they met. McCoy the pitch, and a swing and a ground ball to second base. Alexi waits on it, gloves, tosses over to first. Strasburger advances to third base, does so with 2 outs. And McCoy will go after John Griffin, trying to keep things scoreless.
Productive out there for Team Art, but the Revs will take that, obviously, right there. You know, can play the infield back now with 2 outs, even though a man on third. Trust McCoy to make a couple pitches here.
Griffin, the big right-hand batter, 6'6", 230. And teams have been known to pound him in and try to not let him get his arms extended over the years. Here's the first pitch, and he swings, drives it into right center. It's a base hit. Strasburger into score. Witherspoon cuts it off, spins and fires in. They'll hold him to a single. But it's an RBI on the first pitch he sees tonight. And John Griffin, in his first home game with Southern Maryland, gives the Blue Crabs a 1-0 lead.
Picking on a fastball early in the count right there, and you know, had that at bat gone longer, that might have been the best pitch he's seen. So wise to swing at that fastball and get something he could go the other way with, just going with the pitch.
And now Frank Martinez had a 13-game hitting streak earlier in the year. He takes a first pitch breaking ball, and that looked to be over the plate, but he didn't get it. Silvio Martinez just sort of stood up. Now he's staring over at the Revs dugout, perhaps hearing some words. Ball 1. McCoy the pitch, and it's high and away. Ball 2. Martinez hitting at .310, 3 homers, 17 driven in. Tough out for the Revs. He is 7 for 15 against York. Here's the stretch, the 2-0, and that misses down and away. Well, the last start, the only trouble that McCoy had was in the first inning. Behind Martinez, 3-0 here. And sets, comes home, and there's a fastball for a strike. Martinez has hit .389 against lefties. Switch hitter batting from the right. And McCoy gets the grip in his glove, hand set, fires home, and a rip foul. On the ground just a little bit early past third. That'll land off a chair in the Blue Crab bullpen. A full count. Griffin will have the head start from first.
And with this head start that Griffin's going to have from first, looks like the Revs are going to try to cut off the gaps because he's off on the pitch, and he's scoring from first easily on a gapper. You see Gillies moved a little bit over toward left center. Spoon was shading right center.
The stretch from McCoy, the payoff pitch, and a foul tip back to the net. We'll do it again. Martinez last year played with Gary Southshore of the American Association. Mace said that that's where Tyson Gillies was in spring training this year, but there are some really good veteran players that get let go out of spring training in that league. They have a veteran limit in that league. That team usually uses it on pitchers. And McCoy missing high on the next one, and it'll be a walk to Martinez. So the inning continues. first and second, the second walk, and Devin Rodriguez coming up.
Both Martinez's have made McCoy work. Even though McCoy got Teodoro to ground out, it was a lengthy at bat, and then Frank there fouling off a couple pitches and eventually works the walk. Right now, McCoy just has to bear down, get this final out, keep it at a one-run game, and we know that he can get in a groove after the first.
No lefty against lefty here. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch, breaking ball, and that clips the corner, called strike. Rodriguez hitting .290 with a home run, 15 driven in. Tied for second in the league in doubles with 12. McCoy the stretch. Here's the 0-1, and a swing and a bouncer to first. Burgess backs up, plays the second hop, calls off McCoy, and takes it to the bag himself. Inning over, only the 1 run scores. It comes on 1 hit, 2 men left. We'll go to the second. It is a 1-0 Southern Maryland lead.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Come celebrate your faith with the York Revolution. It's Faith and Family Night on Saturday, July 14th at People's Bank Park as the Revs host the Long Island Ducks. Join us for the pregame We Care event on the plaza and a dazzling postgame fireworks show launched from center field. Plus, the opportunity for your church to perform music between innings. Field box tickets are $9 and field box tickets with food vouchers included are $14. Gates open at 5:30 and the game starts at 6:30. Get your tickets in advance online at yorkrevolution.com using the promo code FAITH18. We hope to see you there on July 14th.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
This is Jay Gauls. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the second, 1-0, Southern Maryland in front. Darrell Thompson, a very quick first inning. Michael Burgess will lead things off. It was a 1-2-3 first. I believe the last 2 outs were both on 1 pitch. First offering to Burgess is down low. Burgess hit one onto the lawn in right field in the Division Series clincher in this park last September. It's the 1-0, and there's a called strike. Revs had a brief 2-game series here in fairly early May, about a week into May. Won both. Thompson the 1-1, and that's down low. So only 2 games thus far this year. You come here, you see Burgess in the box, you still think about last September right away. There's the wind, the 2-1, and a fastball just outside. What a big hit he had last night against Chase Hutchinson, who he was a championship teammate of last year. Big RBI single the other way off of him. 3-1, and he swings and fouls it straight back. Burgess, Wilson, and Witherspoon this inning. Revs won the 2 meetings in York as well. Late May, the 3rd meeting, which McCoy would have started, was rained out. 3-2, and a swing and a bouncing ball at second base. Nina over to his left, gloves it, and a short toss to first. 1 down. Thompson's retired his first 4 of the night.
He's in a groove, and it didn't take long for him to get in that groove. And somebody just has to be the guy to break it up right now. And Wilson, who had a nice series the last time the Revs were here, maybe he can get things going. A little bit of a slump for Wilson.
The first inning, it was 5 pitches for Thompson, 2 to each of the first 2 hitters, and then 1 to Dotel. Here is Wilson. First pitch from his former teammate is a strike. Wilson at 236 against his former team. He's 4 for 13 with a double. Revs facing Thompson first time this year. Here's a breaking ball, fanned on. And the first time tonight that he breaks off that big slow hook, he does it to his former third baseman. Or actually his former first baseman, which is where Wilson played here. Here's the 0-2, and he swings and misses. That might have been a slider down following the curveball, and Thompson's got his first strikeout of the night.
Zach's used to catching the throw around after those curveballs, not walking back to the dugout, but that's just a nasty pitch. I mean, the first one he swung at wasn't really close, but the next one definitely tempting around the zone, and if it looks like it's going to be a strike, it's not easy to lay off a curveball that devastating.
Daryl Thompson is 6th in league history in strikeouts, over 500. Here's Travis Witherspoon, shows bunt, takes a strike. Thompson also is now 6th in innings at over 700. Moving up from 8th to 6th this year. The pitch, and it's in the dirt, bounces away. Witherspoon on a tear. Homers each of the last 2 games, 5 for 6 in those 2. And he is 8 for 14 the last 5 with 2 3-hit performances in those 5, including last night. 1-1. It's a fastball strike, inner half. Revs down 1-0 here in the second inning. No base runners yet off Thompson, but they had a slow start last night as well. There's the wind and the pitch. And in the dirt outside, Green keeps it in front, 2-2. Thompson, the all-time wins leader in Blue Crab history. 43 wins in his Southern Maryland career. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Fastball on the outer half gets him swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts in a 1-2-3 inning. He has set down his first 6 of the night. We go to the bottom of the second here in Waldorf. Still the Blue Crabs 1, the Revs nothing.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration, Equal Opportunity Lender.
York Revolution's second annual Pride Night is Wednesday, June 20th at People's Bank Park in partnership with the York County Community Foundation and the York County Economic Alliance. This year's event features the Revs wearing rainbow jerseys presented by Starbucks York Roasting Plant with a jersey auction to benefit the LGBT Center of Central PA. The Harrisburg Gay Men's Chorus will be singing the national anthem and the UCC Open and Affirming Singers will do Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Discounted tickets are available at YorkRevolution.com under groups, then group theme nights. Pride Night, Wednesday, June 20th at People's Bank Park.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
One nothing, Southern Maryland. We go to the home second. We'll pause for station identification.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
1-0, Blue Crabs lead. Corey Vaughn leads off the home second, and he takes a strike from his former teammate, Pat McCoy. Allowed 2 walks, 1 hit in the first inning. 1 strikeout, 2 groundouts. The 0-1, and that misses away. Vaughn hitting at .220, a slow start, but against the Revs, 5 for 11 with 2 doubles and 2 homers. He had a 2-home run game in York. There's the 1-1, and that breaks down and in. He does have the 3rd most strikeouts in the league. And at the plate, last 8 games, just 4 for 30. 7, 8, 9 due up. And McCoy the pitch. It is high and away. Falls behind him 3-1. McCoy hasn't quite had the same command just yet tonight that he did on Sunday against Long Island. Here's the 3-1 to Vaughn, and a swing and a foul back, so that'll get him back to full in this count. Vaughn, the son of former Major League star Greg Vaughn. I believe that means his uncle was Mo Vaughn, right?
If Mo and Greg were brothers, then I guess that does make sense.
Here's a pitch down low, and Vaughn walks. So McCoy missing in the dirt, and he looks off to the side frustrated. That's the 3rd walk that he's issued.
Are we talking Mo Vaughn like the big Angel slugger from back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Hit a few bombs in my day with Mo Vaughn in backyard baseball. He was always a slugger in that game.
Yeah, he had a stance, didn't he?
Yeah, you know, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but he would drop a few bombs.
Yeah, somehow he came up at BP the other day. I think Polo was imitating his stance. Here's a throw to first, and Vaughn is back standing. Well, now we have to look it up.
Yeah. Well, how was the imitation that Polo had? Can he do guys' batting stances?
He could do that one. That was a good one. It reminded me of... Okay, so Greg is the cousin of Mo.
Gotcha.
So I guess Corey, as he runs, pitches inside on Green, and Cruz trying to get the handle to make a throw, dropped it. It'll be a stolen base, no throw. Vaughn now 5 for 5 in steals this year. Blue Crabs have stolen 1 in each of the first 2 innings. I guess, does that mean second cousin or just cousin's son? I don't know how that works.
I'll have to take a look in the middle innings. Or in the middle of this inning, I mean.
Okay. There's a ball down and away. 2-0 on Green.
That stuff takes me forever to figure out and connect all the dots.
Meanwhile, I will give up. Runner at second, no outs. There's the 2-0 to Green, and that misses low. Blue Crab catcher hitting at .254 with a homer and 8 knocked in. McCoy just a little bit off here early on tonight. Trying to avoid a 4th walk. He's got his sign from Cruz. Sets the hands, delivers, and it does miss inside. Back-to-back walks, this one on 4 pitches. And he has walked 4 of the first 8 hitters. Uncharacteristic from what we've seen from him the first couple of starts, and Fletch will spend a visit at this point. Hopefully something that is a fairly quick fix for him, a little cue to get back on track.
The control's just not there right now, and it has the makings of a short night for McCoy if he continues to walk batters. You mentioned 4, not even through the first out of the second inning, and that's living dangerously right there. You saw the walk and then a stolen base. That guy scored Strausberger in the first inning. Leadoff walked in a stolen base from Vaughn, and walks score, especially leadoff walks. And McCoy just, you know, it'd be great if he could get a ground ball right here. Sets, you know, a double play situation. That is a positive of, you know, walking the next batter after the steal, but just has to bear down and work with Luis behind the plate and get balls over the plate.
Well, he certainly doesn't want a short start. They have a doubleheader tomorrow. Jay Goss will come back in Game 2 tomorrow night. Robert Carson will likely back him up. Joe Van Meter in Game 1. Now here is Nina. And he squares to bunt. Pitch is bunted, and Wilson hesitates. Now comes in, barehands it. Can't make a play, and the lead runner overran third. Vaughn. He's in a rundown. Cuevas fakes and tags him out. What a big mistake. They would have had bases loaded, no outs. And Vaughn overran third, and Wilson looked back behind to see what was there. Perfect timing to do so. And Cuevas from short came all the way over to cover. That'll go 5-6. That's all it was.
Well, that's a smart heads-up baseball play by Jose Cuevas to get over to third base to cover right there. And the fact that Wilson hesitated, not knowing if that was his ball to charge on the bunt, it ended up working out because Vaughn, because of such long hesitation, rounded third. Then Wilson, you know, I don't know if Cruz told him or McCoy told him to look back to third or he did it on his own, but that's heads up to go back that way.
Green did go to third on it. First and third with one out. It will be a bunt hit. And here's Strasburger at the top. McCoy missing down and in on him. So a bunt hit, which would have loaded the bases with no outs. But then Wilson, after getting caught in between initially, made a great heads-up play, and so did Cuevas. Here's the 1-0. And a liner up the middle, right past McCoy and into center. Green is in to score. It's 2-0. RBI single for Strasburger, who's been on both times out of the leadoff spot. Nina stops at second, and the Blue Crabs add to their lead.
Well, that place, it saved one run because Vaughn would have scored from third, obviously, but you don't know if that run scores from second if Green's still at second instead of third. You figure it probably does. Spoon was deep out in center, but Green secured his team an extra run by getting to third.
Now Edwin Garcia, first and second. The pitch from McCoy. He swings, tips a foul right down at the plate. He was struck out looking in the first inning. 2-0, but McCoy trying to prevent the big inning. And again, he could have been facing bases loaded, no outs. Here's the stretch. He's got one away in the inning, the 1-0. And a liner the other way, right field. Mitchell has to position to take it on a hop. They're going to try to send Nina, throw home, up the line toward third. He's across. It's 3-0. Strasburger goes first to third. And Garcia with an RBI single to right puts up another run for Southern Maryland.
Just a pitch out over the plate that Garcia is able to go the other way with. Another guy that's hot in this lineup sends it the other way. Now Mitchell, a good job to play that on a hop because that's not a ball that he can really get to make a dive at. And of course, if he does dive, it gets by him. That's maybe an inside the park home run, but keeps it in front, throw a little up the line, and that's a good send from James Frisbee over at third, but an even better job base running there from, I believe that was, who was that? Nina scoring, cutting that third base bag.
And Mitchell's got a good arm. You always feel like he's got a shot, but that one just up the line a couple steps. Here's Teodoro Martinez. He swings and dribbles a foul to the left of home plate. Might have been off his foot. 3-0 Blue Crabs, first and third with one out. Each of the 5 hitters this inning have reached 2 walks and now 3 singles in a row, including the bunt, but they do have 1 out on that overrun at third base. Double play would be huge. Burgess holds Garcia at first, and a toss that way. He's back standing. He is 2 for 4 in steals this year. Blue Crabs have stolen 2 in the first 2 innings tonight. One run in the first, 2 so far here in the second. McCoy the pitch, and a foul tip back to the screen. And he's got 2 strikes on him. Martinez a ground out to second, his first time tonight. By the way, our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. 82 degrees and sunny. Shadows have now moved out towards second base. The outfield still in sunlight. And McCoy ready. Comes home, and a swing and a liner the other way, but foul into the seats. About 7 or 8 rows up behind the Revs bullpen area.
Not missing a lot of bats tonight. And McCoy, I don't know if the velocity's down or what. I haven't really seen a radar gun out from where I am, but just not missing bats. And guys, even if they're just fouling pitches off, that gives them more pitches to see. And ultimately, McCoy's leaving some over the plate.
He'll try it again, and a swing and a pop foul. That'll head out of play to the first base side. If the scoreboard's right, it's 1-2. I know he's got 2 strikes on him. Teodoro, who signed with the Rangers in 2009, 6 years in their system, a year in the Yankees organization as well. Made it as high as AA, played in Mexico last year. Pitch from McCoy, it's in the dirt, it skips behind Cruz, who can't find it, and Strasburger comes across to make it 4-0. Garcia moves up to second on the wild pitch. He got a little of it, but only a partial deflection. Went about halfway to the backstop, and Cruz couldn't find it. Strasburger saw that right away.
Good awareness over at third to, like you said, pick it up right away and no hesitation going home. And couple that with Cruz not being able to find it, that's an easy run scoring. And the line keeps moving for Southern Maryland.
Well, McCoy set. And the pitch to Martinez. He swings, hits it in the air, center field. Witherspoon camped under it, now comes in. And with the shades on, he makes the grab, 2 down. Martinez 0 for 2 tonight. And with 2 outs, John Griffin to the plate. He drove in the first inning run on a base hit to right center.
Teodoro's 0 for 2, but he's maybe seen the most pitches of any, well, probably because there's only 3 guys who have faced McCoy twice. He's probably seen the most pitches of any Blue Crab tonight. Even though they're outs, making the other team's starting pitcher work is what it's all about early on in games, and that's what the Crabs are making McCoy do.
McCoy, the pitch to Griffin, came in this time and missed up near his arms. Over the years, seems like they've gotten Griffin out, attacking him in, not letting him get those arms extended, but in the first inning, they tried to start him away. He went with it, drove it hard to bring home the run. Now, you do have to work both sides of the plate to any hitter. Here's the 1-0, and it cuts just inside off the plate. McCoy wants an appeal. There was some movement of the hands, but Tim Detweiler at first says no swing on it. 2-0 on Griffin, who played with Long Island in 2015, New Britain the last 2 years. Here's the 2-0, and he swings, fouls it back, and out of play. Former Diamondbacks farmhand, he was a year-end All-Star 1 year, an organizational All-Star another year, a mid-season All-Star a 3rd year. Once hit 4 home runs in a game at AA. Pitch, he swings, rips it at third off the glove of Wilson, ricochets into shallow left. Cuevas slides to pick it up, sending the runner, and the throw home beats him. He's out. Edwin Garcia tried to steal one. It ricocheted off Wilson's glove on a hot shot, and Cuevas sliding on it in shallow left, popped up right away, a 1-hop throw to beat him at the plate. So 3 runs in the inning, it comes to a close. 3 hits, 1 left. We go to the 3rd, 4-0 Southern Maryland.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
We solemnly swear we're up to no good, and we want all the wizards and witches to join us. It's Harry Potter Night, Friday, June 29th at People's Bank Park. Get points for your house in a costume contest or take part in the end-of-term feast. Plus, enter to win tickets to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway. With movie clips, your favorite characters, and more, it'll be more fun than you can put in the room of requirement. Harry Potter Night, Friday, June 29th. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the third inning, the guy who made the heads-up play, 2 of those actually in the second inning, where the inning could have been a whole lot worse. Jose Cuevas will lead things off. 4-0 Southern Maryland. But if not for his 2 plays, it might have been 6-0. He was held hitless in the series at Southern Maryland, but had 4 balls at least that could have been hits. First pitch is over for a strike. Whether he was robbed on a dive or just by how hard he hit it. It's been a rough go, but looking to get it on track. Pitch is grounded to shortstop. To his right is Garcia, gets in front of it, fires across in time. Little snow cone as he came up with the ball, but held on to it and made the play.
That's a strong throw from Garcia. He stayed back on that ball. Cuevas was getting down the line pretty well, but a strong throw there from Garcia.
Thompson's retired his first 7. His 43 wins in his Atlantic League career have gotten into the top 10 this year, tied for 9th with former Somerset lefty Brian Adams. Here's Luis Cruz, and Thompson with the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Cruz hitting at .228, a home run, 10 driven in. Thompson 4th in the league in ERA this year. He's the 1-0, and that's low. He's 2-2, 245, or 225, I should say, in 7 starts. Only 8 walks. Opponents just 222. 2-0. It is a called strike. He fell to the side of the mound there, but finished the pitch. The hat ended up on the side of his head. I remember last year he had a hat that would often fall right off. They set up in the 2-1, and a swing on a high, towering drive deep down the line in left field. Cruz will run just in case, but it is foul. Oh my, did he blast that ball? But foul by maybe 5 feet as it sailed way, way over the left field foul pole and over the clubhouse building. Our bus might have a dent on it.
That was a shot right there, and I thought it was going to be even more foul than it was, but it ended up relatively close. But it's a pitch that he gets inside and really turns on it. Just turned on it a little bit too much.
Yeah, it didn't hook at all. I'm with you. I thought it'd be way foul. Here's the 2-2. Swings and hooks one just foul on the ground past the bag at third.
Another pitch that he turns on right there, so he's been able to get around on that inside pitch, but another 2-strike pitch coming here, and wouldn't be surprised if Thompson went away with that breaking ball now.
He'll wait for Strasburger to return to his spot after retrieving that foul ball in left. The wind, another 2-2, and a swing and a pop foul straight back and out of play this time.
Cruz is doing a good job, even if he's not trying to, of breaking the rhythm here with Thompson, fouling off a few pitches. It's gotten Thompson to work a little bit slower. It takes a little bit more time now that the umpire has to throw him a new ball, Cruz to get back in the box. But when he's going a striker ball that doesn't get hit, he's just going back and forth, back and forth.
Pitch to him, he swings and bounces it up the middle. It's going to get on through into center field. He chops one up the middle. And Luis Cruz, the Revs' first base runner of the night, after Thompson retired the game's first 7.
Staying up the middle with that one. A great approach in that at-bat overall. I'm impressed with what Cruz did up there, making adjustments based on what guys before him, the first 7 hitters of the game, had done up there. A couple quick outs with guys and a couple weak outs, weak contact outs, but he stayed on a couple pitches there and then sent one up the middle.
Now Tyson Gillies, who bats left-handed, his first at bat with York, swings and misses first pitch. He holds the hands low and out over the plate. He will be wearing number 7 for the Revs. Member of the Canadian national team, born in Vancouver. It's the 0-1, and he watches a changeup into the dirt. He was part of the trade after the 09 season where Roy Halladay came to Philadelphia from Toronto, and in a separate deal, Cliff Lee went to Seattle. Gillies came from Seattle to Philadelphia in their minor league system. There's the 1-1, and he swings, taps a foul. It bounced up off his body. He appears to be in tremendous shape, and he is known for speed. Mace said the big league scouting report was that he runs like a cheetah. That's pretty good. And he's known to have some real pop as well. He was in this league 2 years ago with Sugar Land, put up decent numbers, but got hurt early in the year. 1-2, and a slider breaks down and in. Last year he performed well in the Can-Am League, but really with his experience, I would think he should be in this league. And here he is. He's been as high as AAA. 2-2, and it's down and in.
He's taking a couple tough pitches here in this AB for balls, and that's a good eye. You mentioned earlier, and Mace did in the pregame show, he didn't want to have him any higher in the lineup against Darryl Thompson in his first game, a guy who's really tough on opposing hitters, lefty or righty, but looks good so far up there.
And he swings and misses here. 3-2, Thompson gets him. Gillies looking back. I don't know if he thought he foul-tipped it or asking if that would have been a strike. But, hey, he's just getting started.
Yeah, well, I mean, he strikes out the pitch after I say he looks good up there. But he works the count there, and that's what you like to see out of the 9-hole. Working the count, being competitive. I mentioned the 2 takes, a ball in and then a ball away. Taking those for balls, that's just a good eye up there. A guy who's been around a baseball field for a lot of years, a former top prospect.
Here's Mitchell at the top, and he swings and misses, and now Thompson using that changeup. Yeah, Mitchell to fly out to left his first time.
It's not getting any easier as he's showing that changeup now. And if he mixes that in with the fastball and curveball, it's going to be tough.
It's a 4-0 lead for him here as we play in the third. 0-1, and a fastball. He locates right on the outside black, 0-2. Cruz at first with 2 outs. Really the only way Thompson's been hurt this year. He's given up 14 runs, 11 earned, 6 home runs. So the long ball's been almost the only way to get to him. Here's the 0-2, and it's up and in, a fastball. Thompson is from La Plata, Maryland, went to La Plata High School, which is right basically in their backyard here. Now 32 years old. 1-2, and a changeup down and away. Made his major league debut in 2008 with the Reds at Yankee Stadium.
Pretty cool debut right there.
Yeah. I think he went 5 scoreless. I know he pitched well. It's one to remember. He deals and bounced it in front of the plate, blocked by Green. Full count. Cruz will be on the move with 2 outs. He appeared in 4 big league games for the Reds over 2 separate seasons. He was an 8th round pick of the Expos in 03 out of high school in this area, as we said. Here's the stretch. 3-2. Cruz runs and it misses low. Mitchell draws the walk as that hat ends up on the side of Thompson's head again. And it's 1st and 2nd for Alexi. The Revs trying to answer back with something here early in the game.
And even if it is just 1 run that they can scratch across in this inning, it's progress. Early in the game, you just want to chip away, scratch out some 2-out runs.
Casilla lined out to left, his first time. Strasburger a diving catch. First pitch is high and tight. Ball 1.
You know, you mentioned Thompson, a former Expos draft pick, and when I'm looking up some info on him for the broadcast, I'm like, wow, Expos. And haven't seen an Expos draft pick in a while, and he must have, I guess he was the 2nd to last draft that they had. 2004 was their last season.
Yeah. Here's a swing and a miss, a fastball.
Before going to Washington. I was actually at a game in their inaugural season at RFK Stadium when they became the Nationals. That was a good time back in the day.
Yeah, I saw the Phillies play there that year a couple times.
Yeah, I think it was now that I think about it, it was a Phillies-Nats game there.
1-1, breaking ball missed inside, blocked by Green. Yeah, I went and saw them the last day of the season. They needed a win, and I think it was an Astros loss to force a 1-game playoff. They won, but Houston also won.
Remember what section you were in? Because I was at that game too.
Were you really?
Yeah. Now that yep.
It was
last game of the season.
Right field upstairs.
Okay, I was in the lower level.
Here's the 2-1, and a little dribbler along the first base line. Thompson hustles over and makes the throw. He ran across the line into foul territory, which actually gave him an angle with Casilla running toward first, and that'll end the inning. A swinging bunt. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. Still 4-0 Southern Maryland. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Four 4-0 Southern Maryland. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd tonight. Frank Martinez, Devin Rodriguez, Corey Vaughn to the plate this inning. It'll be 5, 6, 7. And Pat McCoy looking to bounce back and get settled in a little bit here. Actually ended up being a 4-hit inning in the second. That last play Griffin hit it off Wilson's glove, went for an infield hit, and then the throw out at the plate when Garcia tried to score. First pitch of the inning to Frank Martinez. He pops it straight up in the middle of the infield. Casilla in from second, approaching the back of the mound. And he snags it, makes the one-hand grab. One pitch, one out, and that'll help.
Big out right there. McCoy was running that pitch count up, though. The walks early for them, and then just running a couple deep counts. You want to get some quick outs as the game goes on, and that's big right there. Set the tone in the third.
Now one down. Here is Devin Rodriguez, who grounded out to first his first time up. Take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster at Long Island tonight. Here's McCoy's first pitch. It is a called strike in at the knees. Barnstormers up 3-2 in the bottom of the third. New Britain, who has won 5 in a row now in a sweep in Lancaster. They're scoreless in the second at Somerset. Pitch is nubbed foul. He just got a piece and squibs that one over toward the third base dugout, 0-2. Road Warriors are at Sugarland coming up in about 30 minutes. As our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard here early on this evening. McCoy ready, and the 0-2. Swinging a fly ball, hit pretty well, deep right field. Mitchell back on this toward the corner. He'll have room, though. Makes the play as he backs up onto the warning track. This is the place to get fly balls to right field, and that one dies in Mitchell's glove, 2 away.
Take a few more of those tonight. I mean, that's no problem out there for Jared ranging back. Hard hit ball in the air. It had some good carry on it. You think, all right, that's maybe at the warning track, has a chance to get out, but just barely to the track in this park.
This one in Sugarland, that's where you want fly balls to right.
It's probably out of the stadium in Lancaster.
Yeah, it's bouncing up the road. Here's Corey Vaughn, who takes low. Vaughn a walk and a steal last inning, but then overran third on a bunt hit and was thrown out in a rundown. McCoy the 1-0, and just missed where Cruz was set up on the outside corner. Pat wanted that one. Goes to 2-0 on Vaughn. Vaughn, who was diagnosed with diabetes at age 11. He's played with it. It's the pitch, and that's down low, 3-0. He slides on his right side because he wears an insulin pump on his left. He'll eat snacks during long games. He became a public spokesman for it. It's the 3-0, and there's a strike. Spoke at California State Capitol in Sacramento on World Diabetes Day in 2011. His Twitter handle is at Sugar-Free CV, his initials. He interacts with others that have it. 3-1, and there's a fastball called strike 2.
That's great to hear a story like that with a guy who has battled something like that since a young age and uses his platform to better the community, discuss it.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swing, and he fouls it back and out of play.
That's a really interesting note, though, in that story, that he slides on the one side because he's got the insulin pump on the other. Something you really have to train to do if you're used to sliding on one side as opposed to the other.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you would want to slide on that.
No.
McCoy will try it again, the pitch, and it's laced foul on the ground. He pulls it down the third base side, way out in front of it.
But the thing with having snacks every few innings, you really have to keep your blood sugar up, especially in a game like this where you could be standing around as an outfielder doing nothing for a while, and then all of a sudden, ball to the gap, stuff like that. You gotta stay ready and alert.
McCoy fires, and this one dribbled foul over toward the third base dugout. He might need one before this at-bat's over.
I'll take one. I mean, who doesn't love snacks during the game? One year I played, it was an AAU team I played on. One of the guys on my team, his family always brought us a huge tub of double bubble gum and a huge bag of peanuts every game. was awesome.
It's a good way to make friends on the team. Another 3-2. And a line drive left center field, hit well in the gap, and it is one hop up and over the wall. It lands out on their basketball court, which used to be sand in front of their bumper boat pool. And it's a ground rule double for Corey Vaughn, who's on base for the second time tonight. He's now 6 for 12 against York with 5 extra base hits this season.
He's matched the ball against the Revs, and in that last series, he had 3 extra base hits in one game. It was a game where the Revs won, but he had 2 homers and a double. That was in a game that Zach Grote started.
Day game. Here's Austin Green. He takes a strike. Morning game, your favorite.
Yeah. I'm always ready to go. You know, sometimes those morning games, you get the in your head that you got to be alert early, and then you end up being alert because of it.
There's the 0-1, and that misses high. I don't do 10:35 games though. That's you.
No, I was wondering if the day game on Sunday was going to be in the morning, or I was wondering if you were going to be here for that.
Yeah. Darryl hit the road again. There's the 1-1 to Green, swing, and he fouls it back. 4-0 Blue Crabs here in the third. McCoy trying to work around the 2-out double. Green walked and scored last inning. Spoonie out in center has been shading his eyes before every pitch. The shadow's just reaching him now. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. McCoy goes off speed, and Green fans on it right as Pat's jersey buttons came undone as he released that one. It is his first strikeout since his first out of the night. 2-out double is left on. We go to the 4th. Michael will have the play-by-play. The Revs still trailing 4-0.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs trail the Blue Crabs 4-0 in the top of the 4th inning. We're here in Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland. Michael Marcantonini with you on the broadcast. Be with you for the next 3 innings. On the play-by-play as usual, Wellington Dotel leads off the top of the 4th for the Revs. Dotel in the 3-hole tonight, DHing. Comes in with a .328 average. 2 home runs, 19 driven in on the season. First pitch from Darryl Thompson, a breaking ball in for strike 1. A nice-looking curveball from Darryl, who's shown that a lot tonight. That is his best pitch, his out pitch. And he's used it to his advantage. Back to work quickly. Here's the 0-1 from Thompson. A little bit off the plate on the outside corner. It's 1-1 on Dotel. Dotel, Burgess, and Wilson, 3-4-5 for the Revs, who have not scored tonight. Just one hit and 2 base runners on the ledger for them. Now the 1-1 to Dotel. Big swing and a big miss as Thompson gets one by him, and that had almost fallen off his head. Darryl mentioned it earlier when he was on the call in the first 3 innings that Thompson's hat falls a little bit to the side of his head. It almost looks like Fernando Rodney, the way he wears it off to the side, if you've seen that. He fixes it, gets back on the hill, and the 1-2 pitch to Dotel. Fastball, swing and a miss up in the zone. Another punch out for Thompson. 1 up, 1 down for him here in the top of the 4th. That brings up Michael Burgess, the first baseman. Burgess 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out to second base. Out there to Angelos Nina, his first time up. He'll get another shot here. Burgess 6 homers, tie for the team lead with Ryan Dent. 19 RBI on the year as well. Him and Dotel both at 19 driven in. Now Thompson's first pitch to Burgess. Fastball misses off the plate, 1-0. One out, no one on. Top of the 4th inning. Revs trail the Blue Crabs 4-0. The 1-0 to Burgess. Looked like a changeup that missed down and in. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Scoreboard has yet to update, but it is 2-0. 1 out in the inning. Thompson out of the windup, pauses, and the pitch. Fastball that misses just, oh, no, it does not miss off the plate. Home plate umpire Silvio Martinez, a late strike call there. Fastball in the outside corner, he got it over. 2-1 the count. Thompson again working fast the pitch. 2-1 inside, 3-1. So a hitter's count for Burgess. He looks to help the cause and get on base with 1 down in the inning. Now the 3-1 pitch from Thompson. Here it is. Fastball that Burgess thought about hacking at, but he laid off, and it's ball 4. So a wise take there. So he throws the shin guard and the bat towards the Revs dugout, and he'll jog down to first and greet first base coach Sandy DeLeon. A man on first with 1 down. And that brings up the former Blue Crab himself, Zach Wilson. Wilson, a strikeout swinging, saw 2 nasty curveballs that he swung through, each of them his first time up. Wilson, 3 seasons in Southern Maryland, had a lot of success in his time as a Blue Crab. The first pitch to him, a fastball that catches the outer half, lower half of the zone, but it is called a strike. It's 0-1 on Wilson. 1 out in the inning, Burgess on first after the walk. Zach looking to do some damage. 2015, 16, and 17 here as a member of the Blue Crabs. As former teammate Thompson throws a fastball, chopped out to third. This could be 2. Throw to second for 1. The return throw to first from Nina in time. A 5-4-3 around the horn double play. And just like that, the top of the 4th is over. A 1-2-3 unconventional inning for Darryl Thompson, but he gets it done. No runs on no hits, no errors, and none left on. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. The Revs trail the Blue Crabs 4-0. We'll see if Pat McCoy can keep it where it is. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Home half of the fourth inning from Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland. It's the Blue Crabs 4 and the Revs nothing in game one of this 4-game, 3-day series in Southern Maryland. Revs just came off a series split with Somerset in a 4-game set at their place these past 3 days. Now Pat McCoy starts the bottom of the fourth inning off with a fastball that's sent in out to left field for a base hit. Just past the diving Jose Cuevas at shortstop. Angelis Nina, first pitch swinging, and he's aboard as a leadoff base runner. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles for Nina. It's the 9-hitter for the Crabs. Now back to the top of the order, and Ryan Strausberger. So it was Nina, now Strausberger, then Edwin Garcia, 9-1-2 for the Crabs. Strausberger in left field tonight. He's reached base safely twice. A walk, a single, a stolen base, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Solid night for him so far. McCoy's first pitch is sent up to the netting and right in my sight here up in the press box. It looked like it was headed my way, but that netting stopped it from getting over and up here near the window. 0-1 the count on the foul ball. Nina leads off first, no outs. Burgess holding him on. Double play depth up the middle for Cuevas and Casilla. Wilson off the line at third. And a move over to first from Pat McCoy, and back standing on the bag is Nina. No balls and 1 strike. Crabs a 4-0 advantage in the bottom of the fourth. 1 run in the first, 3 in the second. Pat McCoy worked a quick third inning, allowed just 1 hit in that frame. Now the 0-1 pitch from the lefty. A little bit inside and low. It's 1-1. Strausberger set the tone for this thing in the first when he walked. A good plate appearance from him. He then stole second a little bit later in the inning. Scored on a 2-out single from John Griffin. Then his next AB, an RBI single up the middle. McCoy's 1-1 pitch. Chopper to third. Wilson will go to second for 1. Casilla the turn over to first. Not in time. Almost. Just barely safe. At first base is the batter Strausberger. That a hair quicker, that transition throw, and it's a double play. So the lead runner, Nina's cut down. Wilson a good quick turn to second. And then a nice turn throw at second over to first from Casilla, but hustling down the line with Strausberger, so he's at first. Now with 1 down and a man on, here's Edwin Garcia, the 2-hitter. Garcia 1 for 2 with a single. Drove in a run with that single. Now McCoy another move over to first. Strausberger back safely. Same situation, runner at first, but this time there is an out in the inning. Double play depth for the Revs once again. They'll look to turn 2. Darrell Thompson got a 5-4-3 double play to end the top of the fourth. We'll see if McCoy can roll a twin killing to end the bottom of the fourth. Now the first pitch to Garcia. Fastball misses outside. 1-0 the count. Revs trailing the Blue Crabs 4-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Doubleheader tomorrow before the finale of the 4-game series on Sunday. Now the 1-0 pitch. McCoy looks at first, a long look. Now to the plate. Hard hit ground ball to short. Cuevas flips to Casilla for 1. Over to first, and there it is. The twin killing for Pat McCoy. A 6-4-3 tailor-made double play. And just like that, the Revs are out of the bottom of the fourth. We've played 4 full from Regency Furniture Stadium. Still a 4-0 lead for the Blue Crabs. We'll see what the Revs can do in the top of the fifth when we come back on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSC, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Top of the fifth inning from Regency Furniture Stadium, and Travis Witherspoon leads off with the Revs trailing 4-0. Darryl Thompson's been excellent so far through 4 shutout innings. Spoon fouled the first pitch off down the third baseline, so the count's 0-1. Quickly back on the mound is Thompson, the pause and the pitch. Flip foul into the netting on the first base side from Spoon, and the count quickly 0-2. Barely had a chance to introduce Spoon as the leadoff hitter in the inning. Travis up to the 6th spot in the Revs lineup today. 6, 7, 8, Spoon, Cuevas, and Cruz. Now Thompson readies his 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Fastball that misses high. Spoon takes. It's 1-2. Travis, the average up to 268, and that's of note because it was in the low 230s recently, just as recent as a week ago. He's on a hot streak. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, lower outside corner. A nasty pitch there, breaking across the zone. And Witherspoon, a strikeout victim here in the 5th. Thompson continues to cruise, 4 1/3 shutout so far. And the K's are piling up at this point. He's got 5 in the game. 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and now 1 here in the 5th. Now Jose Cuevas a shot with 1 down and no one on. 210 average for Cuevas on the season, struggling a little bit. 1 home run, 10 RBI. The first pitch from Thompson, a nasty curveball, but this one misses, and I say nasty because if there's 2 strikes on Cuevas, maybe he offers at that. But early in the count, not tempting. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fastball sent in the air behind third base. Medium left field. Strausberger is under it. He makes the grab, and that's out number 2. Looked like a pop-up in the infield off the bat. I lost it in the glare that's coming from the window here in the press box. But it ends up being a fly out. It's a quick out. 2 quick outs here in the 5th for Thompson. He continues to roll. Now Luis Cruz, who has the only hit of the night for the Revs, comes to bat. So a K and an F7 in the book in the inning. Here's Luis, who comes in hitting .228, but the average will go up a little bit with that 2nd inning single. Now Thompson's first offering. Breaking ball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Ahead of yet another hitter. Cruz has been the only one that solved him tonight. Luis getting the start behind the plate after Tyler Clark started the bulk of the past week. Slow chopper out to second. Nina waits back, handles a high hop, throws over to first, and it's a clean 1-2-3 inning for Darryl Thompson. He's retired the last 4 he's faced. He is not allowed to run through 5 innings. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Revs still trailing the Crabs 4-0 here in Game 1 of this 4-game series. Don't go anywhere. We'll see what Pat McCoy can do on the mound in the bottom of the 5th here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, you know, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Revs trailing the Blue Crabs 4-0, home half of the fifth inning from Regency Furniture Stadium. Michael Marcantonini with you on the call as Teodoro Martinez leads off against Pat McCoy in the home half of the fifth. First pitch from the southpaw McCoy is over for a strike, 0-1. Pat pitched a really solid fourth inning, a leadoff single and a fielder's choice, and then the inning ended on a 6-4-3 double play. Cuevas to Casilla over to Burgess. Double play for each starting pitcher in the fourth inning. Now in the bottom of the fifth, McCoy looking to continue to settle in. The 0-1 pitch misses low and away. It's 1-1. Darrell Thompson for the Crabs has thrown 5 shutout innings. He's allowed just 1 hit. It was a Luis Cruz chopper up the middle early on in the game. That was in the third inning. And that's it. Michael Burgess has walked, but so has Jared Mitchell, but no other hits. Now a pop-up right side of the diamond. Jose Cuevas into shallow right field, calling for it. He makes the grab about 10 feet into shallow right center. And that's out number 1. So McCoy gets the leadoff man here in the fifth, something he did not do in the fourth and something he's only done one other time tonight. He's through 4 1/3 now, having not allowed a run since that 3-run second inning. An inning that could have been a lot worse, but a couple base running mistakes by the Crabs ended the inning early for them. Now John Griffin, who started the scoring tonight with an RBI single. First pitch to him is a fastball that misses in, 1-0. Griffin DHing. This is his first home appearance for the Blue Crabs. Just recently joined the club. Came in with 2 homers, 3 driven in. 1-0 count on the tall right-handed hitter. He's a big guy, a very big guy. And then 1 from McCoy. Popped up, shallow left center field. Coming on is Gillies. Still coming on, and he makes the grab in shallow left center field. The first put out of the night. And in a Revs uniform for Tyson Gillies. There's 2 quick outs for McCoy in the bottom of the fifth. So a pop-up and a lazy, shallow fly ball. That brings up Frank Martinez. 4 in a row retired by McCoy. He'll look to make it 5 here. Martinez, the average solid at .310 coming in. 3 home runs. He's driven in 17. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss at a looked to be a slider low in the zone. The count's 0-1. 2 outs in the inning, no one on. 4-0 lead for the Blue Crabs. The last couple innings have flown by. Revs just 1 hit in this one, so their halves at bat have been quick. Slow chopper down the third baseline, foul. The count's 0-2. The last 3 half innings for the Blue Crabs at the plate have been quick. After that 3-run second that slowed the game down a bit, everything else has been pretty quick. Martinez up, looking to continue the inning for the Blue Crabs. McCoy looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He does not have a conventional 1-2-3. Faced the minimum in the fourth, but no 1-2-3 innings. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch. Fastball misses just high. Martinez was tempted there, but he didn't offer at it. 1-2 the count now. 4-0 lead for the Blue Crabs, bottom 5. McCoy set on the mound, takes the sign from Cruz. Pauses and the pitch. Misses way inside there as Cruz blocks it to keep it in front. Ball in the dirt, 2-2. If Martinez reaches, Devin Rodriguez will get a chance. Martinez, his regular spot over at third base again tonight. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs, no one on. Infield all the way back for the Revs. Outfield playing straight away. And the 2-2 pitch. Reach for it, chopper out to third. Wilson has it on a couple hops. Throws to Burgess, dug out over there. A nice pick by Big Mike at the bag. And the inning is over. So Pat McCoy gets a 1-2-3 inning, his first in the night. He's through 5 solid innings. But the Revs don't have anything on the board. They trail the Crabs 4-0. We'll go to the top of the 6th next on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland, and go online to FuscoProBaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Top of inning number 6, it's the Revs 0 and the Blue Crabs 4. They lead the Revs in this one, and Darrell Thompson back out for another inning of work. He starts Tyson Gillies off with a ball low in the zone, and Gillies struck out swinging his first time up. Thompson 5 shutout innings so far in this one. Behind Gillies to start the inning. The 1-0 from the right-hander. That one misses outside. It's 2-0 on Tyson. And Darryl, Jacoby Jones brought us back in with that liner. Talks about how he's a Super Bowl champ, and some other Super Bowl champs got their rings last night. You see those Eagles rings by any chance?
I did. Sweet.
The 2-0 misses low and inside. It's 3-0 on Gillies. Though, I mean, those things are beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen a piece of jewelry that caught my eye more. Those rings are sweet.
That was gorgeous. That's what I'm sure they dreamt of it looking like.
Oh, yeah. The 3-0 to Gillies. That's high and away. It's a full count as Gillies throws the bat and hustles down to first base. Even when he walks, he's down there pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we heard, I mean, part of the scouting report, he plays the game hard. Anytime that Scott Grimes' name is brought up when you're referencing how a guy plays, and even watching him pregame today, going through stretch and batting practice, there was a real purpose to everything that he did. And you can tell just watching him, he is excited to be with his new team and out there tonight.
Gillies is the man on first. No outs in the inning. Back to the top of the order for Jared Mitchell. Thompson out of the stretch. The pitch misses low and inside. Stopped in the dirt by Austin Green behind the dish. 1-0 the count. Thompson hasn't had to work out of the stretch much tonight. And when I say not much tonight, this is only the fifth base runner of the game. No, it was the fourth. I was looking at the other scorebook. Fourth for the Revs. 3 walks, only 1 hit. The 1-0 to Mitchell. Fastball that misses off the... No, it does not miss off the plate. Another late call from Silvio Martinez back there. And it's 1-1. 4-0 lead for the Crabs, top of the 6th. Nice night for a ball game. A little bit cooler now that the sun is almost officially set. Lights are on at the park. The 1-1 to Mitch, low and away. Another stop in the dirt by Green. It's 2-1. And Darryl Thompson tonight has been ahead of almost everybody he's faced, except falling behind the first 2 batters he's faced here in the 6th.
Yeah, and that's a problem as a hitter. Then all the off-speed stuff comes into play, that big curveball. When he's on, he's really tough.
2-1 on Mitchell, the pitch. That one misses outside, and it's 3-1. A 4-pitch walk to Gillies to start the inning. He's set first base. Now Mitchell in a 3-1 hitters count. See what he can do. Alexi Casilla waiting on deck. Revs trail by 4. Still early, though, middle innings. 3-1 pitch, misses way outside, ball 4. Thompson has thrown 9 pitches this inning. 8 of them have been balls. And now first and second for the Revs with no outs, and Alexi Casilla up to bat.
Well, that's something that you didn't see coming, the way he's been going tonight. Now the Revs will need a couple hits to go with this. They only have 1 hit so far, but against Thompson when he's on his game, 4-0 feels a lot further away than that. But he's in some trouble, which he hasn't been tonight. See if they can take advantage of this opportunity.
Crabs manager James Frisbee out for a quick chat, and he's already off the mound, walking back to the dugout. Alexi Casilla, who will hit for the Revs, chatting it up with Silvio Martinez behind the dish. First and second for the Revs, no outs, top of the 6th. Gillies walked to start the inning, then Mitchell walked. The third baseman, Frank Martinez, even with the bag off the third base line. The shortstop, Garcia, and the second baseman, Nina, pinching up the middle. The first baseman, Rodriguez, is not holding on Mitchell. As the pitch to Casilla is a ball outside, 1-0. Thompson falls behind a 3rd straight hitter here in the inning. He's walked 4. He's only given up 1 hit, though. A lot of walks tonight. Pat McCoy walked 4 in the first 2 innings. On the 1-0 coming to Casilla, hitting from the left side against the righty Thompson. And the pitch, taking all the way. That's a strike on the outer half, 1-1. Casilla robbed of potentially extra bases his first time up tonight. Web gem in left center by Ryan Strausberger on a fly ball. Then Casilla chopped one back to Thompson his next time up. 0 for 2. The 1-1 pitch. One catches the outer half. It's 1-2. "4-0 Crabs lead, but the Revs are threatening. No outs here in the 6th. The tying run is in the on-deck circle. See you back in the 2-hole tonight. The 1-2 pitch, flicked right back at Thompson. He'll go to second for 1. And the throw goes to third, not first, as Casilla beat the play on the chopper back to Thompson. The throw went to third because they thought that the lead runner, Gillies, was a little bit off the third base bag. So it's a fielder's choice for Casilla, who tapped one right in front of the plate and went right to Thompson. Without hesitation, he went to second to get the middle runner. So Mitchell's cut down on the fielder's choice, I believe that was a 1-6. Now first and third for the Revs, and Wellington Dotel comes to the plate. Dotel, 2 RBI triple in this park. In the second game he played with the Revs, and now he swings at the first pitch, chops it out to short, flip to second for 1, over to first, a double play. A 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. The Revs would have scored a run if Dotel could have beat that play, but he did not. Second ground ball double play turned by the Crabs tonight. And a quick top of the 6th after 2 walks. And the Revs come up with nothing. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base, 1 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 4-0 Crabs. here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and a bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Revs trail the Blue Crabs 4-0. The scoreboard reads 4-1, but that is not the case. It's 4-0 ball game. Just 2 hits in the game for the Revs as Pat McCoy comes back out for the home half of the 6th. He starts the leadoff man with a ball. And the 1-0 pitch to, I believe this is Nina at the plate. Well, my scoreboard's messed up, or my scorebook, it's Rodriguez. I had something written in Rodriguez's spot, so it is Devin Rodriguez, not Nina, to lead off the 6th. Counts 2-1 on Devin. Devin at .290 batting average coming in. He's put one over the fence this season, 15 RBI. It's Rodriguez, Vaughn, and Green, 6, 7, 8. Face McCoy, who's really settled down since giving up 4 runs in the first 2 innings. A pitch, chopper foul down the first baseline. Pat McCoy has not had any run support over his last 2 starts. Revs were shut out this past Sunday against Long Island at home. McCoy gave up a 2-run home run in the first inning of that game, but nothing else the rest of the way. 5 shutout innings over his final 5. Got the hard luck loss in that one. Tonight he's given up 4 runs. He's pitched a little bit better than the Lions score reads. Settled in well. A 2-2 pitch laced into right field. Jared Mitchell on his horse. He makes the grab shy of the track, and that's just allowed out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. A nice grab by Mitchell on the run on the liner from Rodriguez. 1 down in the 6th.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him first step get a jump on a ball. It's like watching a world-class sprinter or, I don't know, a wide receiver that won a national championship at LSU.
Sure.
It's like
good route runner.
Yeah. Ran the seam there.
1 down in the bottom of the 6th, no one on. Now the right-handed hitting Corey Vaughn at the dish. The average is low, but the power has been there for Corey as he takes a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Automatic double for Vaughn, and line drive to the left center field gap with 2 outs. His last time up, that was in the 3rd inning. That one hopped over the wall. A swing and a miss there on a nasty pitch on the outer half. Breaking ball from McCoy. Now the scoreboard is wrong. I believe it's 0-2.
That thing's a mess.
Yeah. Well, I was thrown off coming into the inning because it said the Revs had 1 run, but that's not the case. And that's strike 3 called on Corey Vaughn. A fastball up in the zone. Vaughn, a couple words for Silvio Martinez. But he'll head back to the dugout. Another strikeout for Pat McCoy. Just his third of the night. Not a big strikeout pitcher. Only had 7 in 3 appearances coming in. 3 more tonight, and he's got the second out of the 6th. And he'll try to work his second straight 1-2-3 inning if he can get Austin Green here. 2 up, 2 down in the inning. Second strikeout looking for the Crabs tonight. Now there's a first pitch strike over on the outer half to Green, the catcher. No balls and 1 strike. And Darryl, that's something that McCoy done a great job of, getting ahead in the count here over these last few innings.
Yeah, he looks a lot more like he did on Sunday. Really nice job putting the first 2 innings behind him.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball that misses low, 1-1. 4-0 Blue Crabs, bottom 6. They've done it on 7 hits. McCoy has walked 4 batters as well. No runs on just 1 hit for the Revs, but they've reached base 4 times via the walk. A 1-1 from McCoy. Slow chopper to third. Wilson charges. He picks it up with the glove. Off-balance throw to first in time. Nice play by Zach Wilson, who's pretty much their everyday third baseman at this point. Looking good at a position he hasn't played in a couple of years. We've played 6 full from Regency Furniture Stadium. Still a 4-0 lead for the Blue Crabs. We'll go to the top of the 7th next, and Darryl will take back over on the play-by-play here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head to the 7th inning, 4-0 Southern Maryland. Pat McCoy has really settled down and gotten into a groove, but will the Revs be able to get it enough going against Darryl Thompson tonight? 1 hit through 6 innings. It was a single by Luis Cruz in the 3rd. Here's Burgess up first, and first pitch fastball just missed inside. When Thompson's on, he is one of the best in the league. The Revs last year had a game where they really hit him hard at home. And they had decent success on him in the playoff opener, but won in extras. There was a swing and a foul back, 1-1. Now we've certainly seen him in form like this before as well, where he is just mowing him down. Does have 4 walks, but only 1 hit, 5 strikeouts. 1-1, and a breaking ball, line to right field. Coming in is Teodoro Martinez, and he runs it down, dashing toward the foul line. A sinking liner off the bat of Burgess, and Martinez the speed to run it down. It is out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. Made a bid for their 2nd hit. And there really have not been many hard hit outs either. Maybe Alexi Casillas' liner that Strasburger made a diving play on in the first inning. Luis Cruz's single was a chopper that had eyes up the middle. Here's Zach Wilson. He swings and misses on a cutter. The 4 walks are a little strange. Thompson had only 8 walks and 7 starts coming in. There's the 0-1 and a swing and a tapper down to third. Lining it up is Frank Martinez. Speared the big hop over to his left side and throws to first. Gets his third base counterpart for the second time tonight. 2 down in the 7th. And Thompson, a lot of quick outs. Travis Witherspoon to the plate. He has struck out both times tonight. Thompson right now, 81 pitches, 47 strikes, has thrown 34 balls. Pitch to Spoon, a swing and a foul tip off the catcher Green. The plate ump Martinez will give him some time and walk the new ball toward Thompson. No balls, 1 strike. Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report. Jay Goss back tomorrow. He will start game 2 of the doubleheader. And that elbow soreness. Actually, that foul tip might have gotten the plate ump in the hand. He's shaking his hand. Frank DeGiulio Jr. is out for the year with elbow surgery. Pitch to Spoon is off the plate away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Our Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report. Getting toward the twilight of the evening here. As Thompson deals. And a swing and a line drive. There's hit number 2. It's into right center. And it's Witherspoon who's been hot. Big turn at first. It's a 2-out single. Revs with their second hit. Their first really hard hit of the night. And Witherspoon, who came in 8 for 14 the last 5 games, stays in the hit column here tonight.
Well, he's really rolling right now. A guy who's just doing his thing up at the plate. Spoon's not trying to do too much out there. The power strokes coming alive. A couple home runs in that Somerset series. And just blooping one the other way right there. We saw him do that against Long Island last week. And things are working out for Spoon at the plate right now.
Here's Cuevas. He swings and misses, looking to attack a fastball. Thompson's hat almost falling off again. He's in Sam Yervasio territory there on the side of his head. Cuevas, a ground out and a fly out. It's been a frustrating stretch for him. The 0-1, Witherspoon running, and Cuevas hits it high in the air, deep left center. Vaughn chasing, and he'll stop on the warning track. He's got room. Makes the grab just in front of the fence to end the inning. And Jose Cuevas just missed getting the Revs on the board and maybe slicing the deficit in half. Vaughn on a sprint, and right as he approached the track, slowed down and had room right about the middle of it. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Stretch time in Waldorf, still 4-0 Southern Maryland.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIA-CREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA home insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Seventh inning stretch here in Waldorf. They sang God Bless America between innings. Pat McCoy stays in. He will work into the seventh tonight, first time this season. Mitch Atkins went 7 last night. He was trailing in the game. They let him go 7, down 3-2. The Revs took the lead for him in the 8th inning. A little bit bigger deficit though tonight, 4-0, and Daryl Thompson has been brilliant. Jose Cuevas, he's got probably the biggest right of any hitter on this team to be overly frustrated right now. The series at Somerset, he had 3 line smashes that were caught in the outfield and a diving play against him at third. And here tonight, he just missed what looked like a potential 2-run homer off the bat. Vaughn got to it just shy of the wall in left center. But McCoy, ball back in his hands as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Has faced the minimum the last 3 innings. And the Revs might be done with Thompson. A ball just came loose from the Southern Maryland bullpen all the way in toward home plate. Now, Angeles Nino will lead off. 2 for 2 tonight, a bunt hit, a run scored. McCoy's first pitch is a called strike, outside corner. Early in the game, the first 2 innings, he was struggling to find the zone. Walked 4 scored. They paired the walks with some infield hits, the bunt hit, and back here it just missed away. McCoy, a little knee bend looking in at the plate, hoping to get that call and did not. But they found some holes to go with the 4 walks, took advantage. Have led since, but to his big credit, he's been great since. Here's a ball down low. It's 2-1. 9-1-2 due up this inning. He's retired 8 straight. 11 of 13 the last 4 innings. And now ready. Here's the 2-1. And a swing and a fly ball to right. He'll have another one. Mitchell waits on it and gloves it. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th.
Really impressed with the way McCoy's been able to work deep into this game and get outs consistently since the start of the 3rd inning. And thought in the 2nd inning that it was going to be the makings of a really short outing. He had walked 4 guys before he even got the 4th out of the game. But he really settled down, and it's something that he did in his last start as well. Just hasn't had any run support.
Here's Strasburger at the top. He swings, fouls the first one back, just over to our right. Back at the top of the order. Strasburger tonight, 1st inning, walked, stole a base, and scored. 2nd inning, RBI single and scored. 4th inning, he hit into a fielder's choice. 0-1, and a fastball just missed. Down and away. McCoy now 9 in a row. Last start, he retired 11 in a row, which tied the Revs' season best in a game by 1 pitcher. Here's the 1-1, and that misses down and in. Zach Groats did that previously, 11 straight. McCoy has his sign, the 2-1, and he just missed. Down and in. Strasburger trying to fill some big shoes at the top of the order. Johnny Bladell was hitting .341, signed by the Red Sox recently. 3-1, and he just missed low. That'll end the streak. There have been a handful of times tonight McCoy has appeared frustrated with not getting a close one, and I noticed when I was out of the booth a couple of innings ago that Silvio Martinez has been questioned from the Revs dugout a couple times tonight.
Yeah, he definitely has, and there's been a couple late calls that he's made, and then a couple where he maybe pinching McCoy here and there. And it's tough when you're not getting run support. It's even more frustrating because you know every pitch means that much more.
One out base runner. Here's Edwin Garcia. He jumps back as the first one missed in near his knees.
And to the comment about run support, I'm not going to knock the Revs offense too much. They're going up against the guy Daryl Thompson pitching at home in front of the home crowd that's been rolling lately, and it's tough to hit. You just came off a 3-hour bus ride. Tough to come in there and hit a stud pitcher like Thompson.
There's the 1-0, and a swing and a foul out of play, first base side. And McCoy, Revs shut out 2-0 in his last start. They trail 4-0 here tonight. Hopefully that means that he's due to get some run support. There's the stretch and a throw over. Back standing is Strasburger. Teams often joke that there's always a guy that does not seem to get the runs. Hopefully that is not a trend that follows him.
McCoy's gotten 3 runs of support in 2 starts, and none his last 2 starts counting tonight.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swinging a ground ball. Base hit on the hit and run. Strasburger heads to third. Gillies will fire. What did that hit? It bounced up and behind home plate, and McCoy will chase it. Looking back at third, Strasburger stays where he is. What the heck was that? It was a perfect hit and run as Cuevas went over to cover second. Garcia chopped it through into left, and Gillies, who made a mad charge in to try to throw to third on the runner, he bounced the throw, and it hit right near the edge of the outfield grass, shot way up in the air, and bounced all the way in behind home plate.
I mean, I don't. It doesn't look like there's anything sticking out there or a rough patch where the ball is going to bounce that high. But it did, so obviously something's up out there. Just ball spiked into the dirt on the throw.
Well, here comes Mace. That will be all for McCoy tonight. He goes 6 1/3. The way the game started, that is a heck of a job salvaging the majority of this outing. Great through the middle innings. And now he will look for Tyler Cravey to come in and strand 2 runners for him, hopefully. It'll be 2nd and 3rd with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts, 4-0. Southern Maryland has the lead when we come back.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great, and to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
That was a most bizarre play that leads to second and third with one out. Tyler Cravey comes in. Revs are down 4-0. They'll bring all the infielders up with the three-hole hitter Teodoro Martinez at the plate, right-hand batter against the righty Cravey. And his first pitch of the night is grounded to third, rolled to Wilson. He's got it. Runner coming home. Throw there. Safe the call as it sailed just a bit. Cruz had to reach to his left and then back toward the plate. Strasburger slides in. Probably 5 years ago, that run doesn't score, but catchers can't block the plate now, and it's 5-0.
Hey, it looked from where I am, it looked like he did get that foot in pretty clearly. A good call by Silvio Martinez, who was in good position to make that call. That's exactly what Tyler Cravey was asked to do, come in, get a ball where they're able to cut a runoff at home, and just, like you said, the throw sailed a little bit from Wilson, and Cruz has to reach and can't block the plate, and all those factors coming in, and it's just another run.
And now first and third for John Griffin. Pitch from Cravey, fastball down and in. And Wilson maybe intentionally went out there a little bit to give Cruz an opening to catch it. The runner right in that path, but Strasburger ends up getting the foot in. Be an RBI for Martinez, 5-0. Griffin tonight 2 for 3 with a ribby back in the first. There's the 1-0, and it's in the dirt. A changeup blocked by Cruz. First and third with one out. First run of the game by either team since the second inning. The Revs, of course, have not scored all night. Cravey in his 8th appearance, 0-1, 4.77 ERA. 5 2/3, 3 runs coming in. Now he's ready. Here's the 2-0, and it misses down and away. Like he stayed soft to Griffin there in the hitter's count, but missed with it. Frank Martinez on deck. Cravey with the pitch, and there's a fastball for a strike. 3-1. One last runner at third, which is McCoy's responsibility. Now Cravey delivers and missed, down and in. A walk to Griffin, that'll load him up. He's on base for the 3rd time tonight. Frank Martinez to the plate with the bases loaded.
Well, the Crabs could break this thing wide open here in the bottom of the 7th. A bases loaded situation. Right now, Cravey coming off the walk has to work with Luis Cruz behind the dish and get a good game plan here. You want to keep the ball in the infield, have a chance to turn two, or at least cut off that lead runner at the plate. Pop-up works, strike out any of those 3.
Switch hitter bats left. First pitch, fastball. He watches a strike. Looking at the sheet here, Strasburger, that was his 3rd run scored tonight. Doing a nice job filling the vacated leadoff spot, at least in this game. Martinez 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitch to him, that's in the dirt, and Cruz down to his shin guards to smother it. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Lancaster up 4-3 in the 7th at Long Island. Somerset leads New Britain 1-0 in the 6th. Sugarland a 1-0 lead in the Road Warriors in the 3rd. Somerset's division lead trimmed to 1. It's the 1-0. And a swing and a fly ball to center. Witherspoon hustles in. Shallow left center still coming, and he's there. They'll tag from 3rd and bluff it. Throw comes all the way in. Cruz has to slide out in front of the plate and make a backhand pick. Cravey was backing up. Garcia faked the tag to draw the throw. 2 outs in the inning. By the way, that was not a 1-0 pitch. That scoreboard was horrifically wrong, but either way, it's out number 2.
Big out right there. Keep the game where it is. 5-0 already, and Spoon did a good job of getting behind that ball, giving himself some momentum to throw to the plate. And even so, a good job by the runner Garcia at third to bluff going home to force Spoon to make that throw. And, you know, if Cruz doesn't pick that, even with Cravey backing up, maybe it gets away, maybe they score another run.
Here's Devin Rodriguez, and a first pitch changeup is over for a strike. So trying to keep it where it is. It's 5-0 Southern Maryland. It does look like the Revs will be facing the Blue Crab bullpen in the 8th. Continued activity from one of their right-handers. 0-1, and it's in the dirt, and Cruz is down on top of that. Rodriguez 0 for 3 tonight. Ground out in the first. Since then, 2 deep flyouts to right that Mitchell has handled. Loaded here with 2 outs. Cravey the stretch. And the 1-1. Yeah, it's up high. Cruz kind of a late squeeze on that. But they were not crossed up. Rodriguez stopped the hands. 2 balls and a strike. Seemed to sneak up on Cruz a little, but was able to secure it. Cravey the stretch. The 2-1. And a swing and a floater foul toward the Blue Crab dugout. It lands on the front of the netting. In front of their dugout, 2-2.
Big pitch coming here from Tyler. He seems to be a go-to guy out of the bullpen now, or at least he has been over the past week. Seems like every time you look at the box score, Cravey's name is in there, but this is a big situation right now. You got to keep it at 5-0 because the way Thompson's been pitching and the offense has looked tonight, it feels like 10-0.
And he fires. Swing, and he just got a piece. Rodriguez did. Play another changeup, fouled it down off his foot. It ended up a couple of feet in front of the plate. Revs have been out-hit 8-2. $5-0 in the run column. Just about nightfall here, late dusk here in Waldorf. Here's the stretch from Cravey, and time asked for at the plate. It's turned out to be a beautiful evening. Cravey has his sign. Another 2-2. And a bouncing ball, second base. Casilla comes up and handles an in-between hop, throws over to first to end the inning. It was in between because the runner had been right in front of him. Only the 1 run scores. Cravey limits the damage. He did a nice job. And the 1 run that scored was a play the Revs will feel they probably should have had an out on. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, bases left loaded. And we'll go to the 8th. Now 5-0 Southern Maryland lead.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Where will you find the kinds of deals on athletic footwear that are too hot to keep indoors?
Outside, under the tent.
Of course!
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes Annual Tent Sale is back. Friday and Saturday, June 15th and 16th. Father's Day weekend just wouldn't be complete without a money-saving stop under the tent for this once-a-year Flying Feet event. Greg Baum and his staff have combed through their enormous back room and tagged some of this year's best deals. We're talking once-a-year savings on discontinued styles of athletic shoes and apparel from top brand names. Save on all kinds of shoes for all kinds of activities. Plus, soccer players, check out the closeout deals on all Adidas and Nike soccer cleats. Tent sale items are self-service only, so allow plenty of time to shop and try on. Cash, check with ID, and credit cards accepted.
Flying Feet.
The annual tent sale at Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York. Friday the 15th from 10 till 9, Saturday the 16th from 9 till 4. All sales final.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 8th, Revs trail 5-0. And it'll be Sam Runyon who's on in relief. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. The 6'4" righty takes over. Thompson goes 7 shutout, gives up just 2 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Didn't allow his second hit until the next to last batter he faced. Runyon fires to Luis Cruz and starts him with a strike to begin the 8th. Cruz had the first hit back in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. Witherspoon had the other one with 2 outs in the 7th. It was the 0-1 and a fastball, strike 2 called. Thompson with high walk numbers tonight, but allowed hardly a hit to go with that. Runyon kicks and fires, and a slider stayed high. Gillies and Mitchell will follow here in the 8th inning. Revs in danger of their first loss against the Blue Crabs this year, 4-0 coming in. Pitch, and a swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball. 1 down to begin the 8th inning. Runyon picks up where Thompson left off.
And the Revs just have to hope they can get to Runyon, and whoever pitches the 9th, maybe it's another guy, but they just have to hope they can get to the bullpen because Darryl Thompson was nearly flawless tonight, only the 2 hits, and just really that 1 inning where there was trouble. A 5-0 game, not out of the realm that they can get back in this, but like I said last half inning, it feels like 10-0 or even more.
Here's Gillies. He looks at 1 down and in. He has struck out and walked tonight. Runyon has been their bullpen ace. Cody Epley, the closer, has only been in 6 games due to injury. It's the 1-0, and a swing and a foul tip. Bounce behind the plate. Runyon 0-1. They have not used him in any save situations, but in 22 games, a 0.86 ERA, the top setup man. 21 innings, 11 hits, opponents 157, 4 runs, only 2 earned, 5 walks, 24 Ks. Pitch to Gillies, a swing and a miss as he went down and in on him.
That's really tough to hit. It on the hands right there. You said it right there, down and in, something diving into a left-handed hitter. I mean, good luck trying to hit that thing.
You see that more in this park with that big right field to pull it toward. Runyon ahead of him 1-2. And the pitch. Check swing, and he went on a slider going in that same area. And Runyon has struck out his first 2 here in the top of the 8th inning. That was pretty nasty right there.
Yeah, it's not getting any easier for these hitters, and Thompson's out of the game, which was a start, but you look at the way Runyon's throwing the ball tonight, coming out energized, and some guys might rather face Thompson.
Yeah.
At least Thompson would have been in his 8th inning of work instead of a fresh Runyon.
Here's Mitchell, who's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. First pitch, crowding him in, but missed.
Not a fresh onion, but a fresh Runyon. Although I wouldn't want an onion of any kind. I'm not an onion guy.
I don't know if that was on the burger tonight. It was the 1-0, and that misses low. So you would pick that right off and throw it away?
Yeah, I would make it. If I saw on the menu that it came with onion on it, I would say no onion. So you don't know if it came on? Would you just wolf it down real quick? Didn't even check to see if it was there?
Yeah, it was already like the bottom of the 5th by the time I got back. Here's a ground ball over to first. Backhanded Rodriguez. He'll flip to Runyon, covering a step ahead of Mitchell, and it's a quick 1-2-3-8 for the Blue Crab setup man. He comes in and sets him down as he has done most of the season thus far. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Southern Maryland in control tonight. They lead at 5-0.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
The York County Solid Waste Authority is a proud sponsor of Go Green Night at the York Revolution on June 9th. The first 2,000 fans through the gate will receive a free eco-friendly cloth shopping tote. We call foul on plastic bags, and you should too. Visit www.ycswa.com for more earth-friendly tips. That's www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great-tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Head to the bottom of the 8th. Zach Treese will come on. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Cravey went 2/3 of an inning officially. No runs charged to him. And Treese on now. The Vaughn Green Nina, 7-8-9 with the Blue Crabs up 5-0. And Treese overall, since really the first 2 outings of the year, has done a nice job. Since the first 2 outings when he was charged with 10, he's allowed only 3 runs over his last 9 appearances. Did give up a home run Wednesday night at Somerset, first batter faced, but then retired his next 5 in a row. And here's Corey Vaughn up first. First pitch, he swings, pokes it off the end of the bat on the ground up the middle. Cuevas there from short, the throw just in time. And Vaughn can scoot, but Cuevas right near the second base bag, got rid of it just in time to nip him. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Vaughn really can move down that line. A couple innings ago, that automatic double to left center. I mean, he was at second base almost before the ball was over the wall.
1 down. Here is Austin Green, the catcher, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. It really struck me tonight when he ran down, the fly ball hit deep by Cuevas.
Yeah.
As Treese misses away on Green.
Glided to that ball, and that was the Revs' best chance to, other than the inning before where they left some guys on to maybe get back in it, but just didn't work out.
Now the 1-0, and a swing and a foul back, out of play. And you've got a couple marquee defensive center fielders in this series. Vaughn and Witherspoon. By the way, tomorrow night it's a 5:35 start. We'll be on at 5:15. Pitch here, a breaking ball started in and stays in, 2-1. Game 1, Joe Van Meter against Brandon Compton. Jay Goss returns in Game 2, facing somebody named TBA. Here's a swing and a bouncer over the mound. Casilla charging, bare hands, throws, got him! What a play! He ends up sprawled out on his chest on the infield behind the pitcher's mound. Do or die play, and Casilla did. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th.
Oh, that's a heck of a play right there. Alexi with the bare hand and in one motion to be able to throw across his body, falling down to get it there with anything on it. And Burgess a good stretch at the bag, a bang, bang, and that's a heck of a play from a major league caliber player.
As good as it gets. Clean bare hand grab on the charge and the throw while falling. Here's Nina, who lays off a ball away. Nina 2 for 3 tonight, a bunt hit, a run scored early in the game. That was the highlight of the night for the Revs. The 1-0 and a cue ball. It stays fair at first. Burgess has it, takes it himself. It looked like it was going to spin foul, and then it changed directions and spun back in. And Burgess stays with it. 3 very entertaining ground ball outs from Zach Treese. A 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the 9th. Last chance for the Revs, trailing 5-0.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Start of the 9th, right-hander Jason Creasy is the new pitcher for Southern Maryland. 5-0 they lead. Casilla is up. First pitch fastball is high. And he made the outstanding play in the bottom of the 8th on the second out. It's the 1-0, and he swings a little late, fouls it off over the third base side. At the plate tonight, he's 0 for 3. He was robbed early in the game when Strasburger in left made a diving catch on him. Runyon went 1-2-3 in the 8th for Thompson. Now Creasy trying to close it out. And the 1-1 pitch, it is just outside. Casilla, Dotel, Burgess trying to keep the game alive as long as they can. 2-1, and a swing and a foul back, same direction. Creasy 0-1, a 4.96 ERA. Overall, in 17 outings, he was with Long Island early in the year for 3 appearances. Did not go well. Pitch is down and away, 3-2. With Southern Maryland in 14 outings, much better, 0-1, but his ERA 2.92. He's acquired in a trade on May 6th. Here's the 3-2 to Casilla's swing, and he taps one just behind the plate, foul, and stays in there. Creasy, former 8th round pick of the Pirates out of high school in 2011. From Clayton, North Carolina. Clayton High School is from where he was drafted. There's another 3-2. And a swing and a pop-up along the third base line. Martinez back across into foul ground, stops and makes the grab on the warning track in front of the Blue Crab bullpen. A foul out to the third baseman, And the Blue Crabs 2 outs away from a combined shutout.
There's nothing going for the Revs at the plate tonight, and it's been tough. It wasn't just Thompson. You think that once they got him out of the game, maybe the Revs could maybe string a rally together, push a couple across, but that hasn't been the case. Runyon was excellent. Creasy, a good start to his inning. Revs in danger of having their low-hit game of the season.
Yeah, here's Dotel. He takes a strike. Dotel 0 for 3. You know, it's a rough night when he doesn't have a hit.
Yeah.
There's the pitch. And he swings, slaps it up the middle. There's a base hit into right center. Nina had to go to his right from second, couldn't get there. And Dotel, man or machine, he's now hit safely in 28 of his 32 games with York.
Knew something wasn't right tonight. Something had to change there. What was a week or so ago you mentioned that with Wellington, machine or human? He's just a hit machine. That's what he is. This is where his season started with the Revs, and he obviously likes hitting in any park.
Here's Burgess. He swings and misses. Fastball. Power on power there.
You remember that Sports Center commercial from back in the day with Albert Pujols?
Yeah, that's right.
The copy machine. He's like, "Are you a machine?" "No, I'm Albert." Something like that.
Yeah, that was a good one. Now the 0-1. And it misses low. I just recently saw they dug up the Ovechkin Russian spy commercial.
That one's great. I mean, they were all really good back in the day. They had a stretch where they were just pumping out gold.
There's a swing and a foul back. Got to play 1 and 2 on Burgess.
You ever see the one where it's the devil's in the elevator? Somebody's trying to go down, go up the elevator. They say going up, and he just shakes his head no. New Jersey Devil.
Yeah, the mascot ones are always good. Burgess asks for time. You could waste a good half hour on YouTube just watching the compilations.
Easily.
The stretch, the 1-2, and a swing and a miss. Went up high with the fastball, gets Burgess swinging. And now they are 1 out away from a combined shutout tonight. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the official transportation provider of the team. And Zach Wilson will try to keep the game alive, 0 for 3 tonight. The stretch from Creasy, first pitch, way outside. Reaching was Green, the catcher. Revs' fewest hits in a 9-inning game this year, 4. Which has happened 3 times. Right now they're at 3. 1-0. And a swing and a foul tip. Ricocheted off the catcher and on back. A ball and a strike. Creasy's been as high as AAA in his career. Last year he spent some time in the American Association with St. Paul. Has his sign. 1-1, and a swing and a line drive in center. Vaughn in, it's down in front of him. Has to play it on a hop. Zach Wilson with a base hit. Lines it up the middle, and the Revs have gotten their 4th hit of the night. First and second as the game continues for Travis Witherspoon.
Never too late for a rally, and the hottest hitter on the team may be up right now in Spoon. You know, string a couple hits together, you get the tying run to the plate, then you're talking. Although a couple things have to happen before that. Be nice to break the shutout, though.
For a split second, you didn't know if Vaughn might be able to get to that, but got down on a hop in front of him. Here's Witherspoon, first pitch, tried to check. It's a called strike anyway. He is 1 for 3. Now 9 for 17 his last 6 games. First and second, 2 outs. Pitch. He tries to check again. It's a slider away. Appeal to first. He went. And it was way outside, but he started early and couldn't stop. 0-2. Revs down to their final strike here tonight. I don't know if anybody in the park even realizes it. Nobody's standing or anything.
No. I have to agree with you on that. Not too many people in tune.
There's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Got him to chase in the dirt, blocked, and the tag applied by Austin Green. Now they realize it. Ball game over as the Blue Crabs shut out the Revs on 4 hits tonight. It is a 5-0 final. Daryl Thompson, the winner. He allowed just 2 hits in his 7 innings. And the Revs silenced tonight after they exploded late in the finale at Somerset. 5-0 the final in the opener here in Waldorf this weekend. For the Revs in the 9th, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. They fall back to 500 at 21-21. 5-0 is the final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
York Revolution's 8th annual Ag and Farm Night presented by BB&T is Saturday, June 23rd, featuring post-game fireworks presented by the Allied Milk Producers. Interactive games include a cow milking contest between teams, watermelon crawl, and corn shucking. Be sure to sign up for our adult and youth ice cream eating contest courtesy of Yingling's Ice Cream. Fundraising tickets to benefit the York County Ag Business Council are available at YorkRevolution.com under groups, then group theme nights. Ag and Farm Night presented by BB&T, Saturday, June 23rd at People's Bank Park.
This hour on WOYK is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Quality you can see.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Tough one tonight. Revs fall 5-0 here at Southern Maryland. Darrell Henry back with Michael Marcantonini. The Revs shut out as they fall to 21-21. 500 at home and on the road. 10-10 at home, 11-11 on the road. It is their first loss to the Blue Crabs this season, now 4-1. And the fourth time that they've been shut out. Each of the last 2 times have come in Pat McCoy starts Sunday and tonight, unfortunately. And Michael, a little bit inconsistent offensively in this first half. They break out late last night, but shut out tonight. At the same token, we could tell right from the get-go that Daryl Thompson was going to be tough this evening.
He was lights out early on. He worked so fast in the first few innings. It was basically throw a pitch, get the ball back from his catcher Green, and get back on the mound. He has a little pause in his delivery that I think keeps guys a bit off balance. And, of course, that devastating curveball, whether he throws it ahead in the count, behind in the count, it's a tough pitcher to hit. Even if he's not throwing it for a strike, it's tempting. And he was just on a roll early and kept it going throughout.
Now he is your Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group player of the game tonight. 7 scoreless, allowed just 2 hits, only 1 hit through the first 6 2/3. Revs would put up 2 singles in the 9th inning to end up with 4 hits for the game. But Thompson was excellent. And recapping things tonight, the Blue Crabs scored first in the bottom of the first inning, a 2-out RBI single by John Griffin. Then in the second inning, taking advantage of 2 Pat McCoy walks to start the inning, Angeles Nina then bunted for a single, which would have loaded the bases with no outs, but Vaughn overran third, and Zach Wilson looked back to third base where Cuevas was covering, and they got Vaughn in a rundown for the first out. But Strasburger promptly followed with an RBI single up the middle. Edwin Garcia, an RBI single to right field. And just like that, Southern Maryland had plated 3 runs in the inning and went on top by a score of 4-0, the third run scoring on a wild pitch. But Pat McCoy, to his credit, really settled in, allowed a 2-out double in the third, but then went 1-2-3 with help of a double play in the fourth. Nobody reached in the 5th or 6th, and we saw him get in a groove again. Unfortunately, a little more damage done early in this start, and most unfortunately for the second straight start, 0 run support. But Michael, if he keeps getting in grooves like that, I'm sure we'll see his first win sooner rather than later.
Yep, yeah, all he needs is a couple runs of support, and I think that'll maybe not win him games, just a couple runs here and there. He still has to pitch well, but I think that'll give him the confidence to know that he doesn't have to be perfect, especially early on in games. That's where the runs have come for the opponents. I mean, you look at tonight, 4 runs in the first 2, the last start 2 runs in the first inning. It's been early trouble for McCoy, and a lot of pitchers have trouble early in games before they can settle in, get all their pitches working, or get a feel for the mound of the ball, whatever it is. But Pat, it's pretty convincing what we've seen through his last 2 starts, that he can get on a roll and get going. So that win, like you said, it's going to come sooner or later, that first one.
He was charged with a 5th run after he left. He got the first out in the 7th inning, but then a walk, a single, a throwing error charge to Gillies on the single as his throw toward third hit something and bounced wildly away. And that made it 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. A fielder's choice would bring home the Blue Crabs' 5th run as they went on top 5-0. That was charged to McCoy. He finished at 6 1/3, 5 runs, 8 hits, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. But again, the middle of the game really settled in. Thompson, his final line tonight, 7 scoreless, just 2 hits. Did walk 4, but struck out 5. Our Jimmy John's delivery of the game came in the bottom of the 8th inning. The defensive play of the night, Alexi Casilla charging on a dribbler up the middle. Bare hand throw as he fell to the ground. Made a fantastic play. Jimmy John's now delivers from 3 locations in York on 970 Loucks Road, 2058 South Queen Street, and 150 Memory Lane. Jimmy John's, where fresh and fast meet. Unfortunately, it came with the Revs down 5-0, and that is where this one would end up tonight. We'll wrap it up with our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, and Lancaster up 4-3 at Long Island. That game now in the 8th inning. Road Warriors have gone in front 2-1 at Sugarland. That's in the bottom of the 4th. And Somerset has opened up their lead a little bit, 5-0 against New Britain in the bottom of the 7th. Major League games, pretty much everything is in progress, so just some scores to pass along. The Marlins up 2-0 in the 8th in Baltimore tonight. The Yankees lead the Rays at home 2-0. That game is going to the 8th. Pirates up 3-2 on the Reds at PNC Park in the 7th. Top of the 8th in Toronto, Blue Jays lead the Nationals 6-3. Twins a 6-1 lead in Cleveland. That game in the 8th inning. Braves at home a 3-2 advantage on the Padres in the 6th. Rockies are up 6-5 in Texas in the third inning against the Rangers. Tigers a 3-0 lead against the White Sox in the fourth inning in Chicago. Phillies trail in the fourth 5-0 in Milwaukee. Astros and Royals tied at 2 going to the fifth inning. The Cubs a 3-0 lead in St. Louis at the end of 3. And coming up out west, Angels and A's, Mets at the Diamondbacks, and the Red Sox are in Seattle. Giants and Dodgers in LA. That is your York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Final in our game, the Revs fall at Southern Maryland 5-0. And your totals in this one for the Revs, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error. They leave 6 on base. Southern Maryland, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They strand 7. Win goes to Daryl Thompson. He's 3-2. The loss to Pat McCoy, 0-2. Time of the game, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Played in front of 4,111 here at Regency Furniture Stadium tonight. Now the Revs, it's been an up-and-down road trip. They're now 2-3 on it. And 2 cracks at a victory tomorrow night. 5:35 first pitch for the doubleheader. We are on at 5:15. Joe Van Meter, he's been terrific in the starter's role, and he'll get the ball in game 1. 1-1 with a 3.24 ERA. Right-hander Brandon Compton goes for Southern Maryland. He's 3-2 with a 5.63 ERA. And then in game 2 tomorrow night, Jay Goss back on the mound, 3-0 with an ERA of 1.80. Southern Maryland has yet to name its starter, but Michael, a lot of intrigue in the doubleheader tomorrow night as Goss makes his return to the mound. That's a big reason to be excited for tomorrow.
Confidence and good vibes heading into both those games tomorrow. Game 1, you get Joe Van Meter, who has yet to start a game at home this year. He keeps getting the road starts. So I haven't seen him yet since you guys have been on the road so much. So I'm excited to see Joe. The strikeout totals are up. I mean, seems like the velocity's up as well. Just throwing that fastball by guys, really challenging hitters with the fastball. And, again, on the flip side, not walking a lot of guys. So I'm excited to see what Joe has in store in the start, a role that he's, moved into now that it's just kind of an everyday thing. He's in the rotation. And then Jay Goss to return a big boat. So I'm excited to see Jay get back out there and hopefully picks up right where he left off with that sub-2 ERA.
Yeah, his first outing since May 25th will come tomorrow night. Again, we'll be on at 5:15. We hope you can join us then. Tomorrow morning, we've got Keystone Kickoff at 8 a.m. That is presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets. And again, will come your way beginning at 5:15 tomorrow night. Until then, for Michael Marcantonini, in the booth at times, outside of the booth the rest of the time on this nice night in Waldorf, Daryl Henry saying so long from Regency Furniture Stadium. Again, your final score, it's the Blue Crabs 5 and the Revs nothing. Thanks a lot for listening. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 5:15 for the pregame right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Thank you for listening to the Atlantic League champion York Revolution on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Catch the Revs all season on York's only place for local sports. Tune in 20 minutes before first pitch for a trip to the clubhouse with player interviews and the manager Mark Mason every game. Listen throughout the day for the Revs Report and check out WOYK1350.com for highlights and features on York's pro team. The Atlantic League champion York Revolution, all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Now we return to our regularly scheduled programming already in progress on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. York.